Hmm. So I think I might. Oop, I accidentally hit the mic. Sorry. Let me actually back up from the mic this recording. Um. Hmm. I'm thinking. Which of you have seen a terrible vision of the future? But we'll do it a little different. Which of you bought a phone from me?
I think I did. I think I did. Um, I vaguely mentioned it before. Um, because I think I may have, you know, there's dead people in that box. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, what weird things have you noticed from the phone? Have
Ki-
you heard anybody? Has it made any weird noises?
Wait, okay. So you have to. Can you, these are like the like old timey ones with like the little like
Big
speaker
old
box at the
brick
bottom.
phone. Oh,
Yeah.
there's just
Okay.
massive brick phone.
Yeah. So I think the little like part where the microphone is at the bottom with all the little holes in it, you know.
Hmm.
I think just occasionally, when I pick up the phone, there's like smoke coming out, but it's not
Hmm.
warm or anything. It's just there's just like there's bits coming out. Um, so I think that happened. Um, I think occasionally, um, when I go to, I'll pick it up and see what's wrong with it, and then I set it back down, and it doesn't click off. It just sort of like stays that way, um, like it's still listening for me. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
And in the middle of that, you'll hear a younger male voice try, and it's you hear it faintly through the smoke, and you hear it calling your name very softly.
It's, it knows my name.
It does.
Just how ghosts be.
Terrifying.
It's going to tell you that you are Chip's only hope to survive the day.
What? That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
That's ooh. I don't know about that.
So
Uh,
next, we'll go to Minerva. So, remind us? I forgot to do this for Chip, but we all know Chip, the phone salesman. Remind us who is Emma Adler.
I am Emma Adler. I am an agent for the Strelai, tasked with sort of cataloging and gaining like supernatural equipment for for potential storage, but also to sell to the highest bidder sometimes on my own agenda. Uh, and I were yeah, yeah. I sort of yeah, sort of as you the image I have is Art of Ada from Resident Evil, and that's sort of my basis. Sort
Yeah,
of a playful, but calculating operative with who you don't know her motivations.
and so pick one of the questions for the operative playbook and ask it to the group.
Which which of you tested the truth serum together with me that one night?
um, I think it would be really funny if it was me, because you work with the Strelai, and I don't know that you work with the Strelai. So that could be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, so how'd that go?
What did we find out about each other?
um, well,
Did you both take it? Wait, what?
Yeah,
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 like how, okay, so
it
like we
says
both,
The question literally says, "Which of you tested the truth serum together with me that one night?"
Okay, yeah. So we both take, and then we have a conversation. I think.
It depends on if you. Oh, Pancake, would your character even suspect them?
I don't think so. I mean, it depends, what else has happened in between, but I don't think so. So I think probably the way this would have happened is that you know, last session I was like freaking out about this lady with pointy ears, and so I'm trying to have this conversation with you to sort of like figure out who this is, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't know what's true, but maybe the truth serum will know. So I think I'm probably trying to like describe everything in my vision and see like if it tells me anything more about it from
Why
what
are
I
you
can or can't
racist?
say. Because pointy because pointy ears are scary, but I like green people, but pointy ears, that's a step too far. Um, yeah.
So
Okay,
with that
and-
with that conversation in mind, that fun revelation, what let's remind us who Ezra Green is. The racist, apparently.
Ezra Green runs like a Spirit Halloween, but it's like a front for like stealing from people. And they also are like close up street magician question mark. They throw a lot of glitter around. Um and they have a large collection of top hats in various heights and patterns. Um, and now it's time for a question, yes?
Yes. Which question do you ask?
So I'm taking a spin on the same question as Elgin. But because I've been messing around more with tarot, I'm gonna say, which of you have I done a tarot reading for?
Well, probably me.
Or
I'll-
maybe Durek the truth serum.
Yeah, like maybe I went to you before like an operation to figure out how it would turn out. Like, do I need to be careful for anything, or
Let me Google tarot. Let's find out. I think we're just gonna do
Oh my goodness.
We're doing a one card reading. We're gonna see which of the major arcana you drew. Or I guess maybe I drew it for you. I'm not sure how you would want to approach it. I think potentially, let's find out. I think I probably drew temperance reversed. So things being out of balance. And so I'm like, be careful. 'Cause you don't want to upset things.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yeah.
So, with that, we'll take and go to. Which one of you am I echoing through? Who was that?
That was me. My headphones have died.
I see.
Nar.
I'm so sorry.
So, with that, opening title sequence. Let me swap our song. and show you guys the prompts. We're gonna start off with Pancake.
I already know. I
So
already
yeah,
know.
get us going. What's our opening?
Yeah,
How do we start our opening title for this episode?
yeah. So it's me. I'm putting on my top hat for the day, and I have like little pouches of glitter that I'm sticking in the top hat. You know, if I need to get one for a getaway. Um, I think today the glitter is blue, so it's a little different than my usual gold and silver glitter. And I think my top hat today, um, is I think it's like a dark green. So I think I have like a matching little like suit jacket type of outfit. Um, and then I head out and I meet up with everyone.
So as you take and close the door behind you, the camera is kind of still in your apartment. So you close the
Mhm.
door, you're gone from frame, and then that door is thrown open, and we are now on a street where a woman with heart sunglasses is running hand in hand with a woman who's covered in tattoos, away from an angry waiter who is yelling obscenities at them, chasing them down. Minerva, what's your character doing?
I will also do suiting up, but and what I am is sort of a not quite run down apartment, but sort of a low key shabby apartment, and I'm like you know the thing where like in films where like where you have the assassin like disassembling and reassembling their weapons.
Hmm.
I'm sort of like disassembling my sniper rifle and like cleaning it for transport.
Alrighty. And you take and maybe like close your little briefcase or whatever, and the camera is on your kind of watch, and then it takes and uh, cuts kind of one slice of the screen away to reveal someone else's watch that is lighting up, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and there's a bunch of watches all kind of lighting up from various operatives all at the same time. And then Elgin, what's your character doing?
The screen will cut off to another watch that isn't glowing, and it's a regular time watch. And in the same motion that his watch went up, mine will go down. I'll place my briefcase up on a table in the exact reverse of the frame we just saw. I open mine up, and it's me grabbing a phone out and trying to sell one to a little old lady on the street who I was just helped cross the road. I'm, ma'am, I'm telling you, these things are just the best. You want to talk to your grandkids? Hit a couple of buttons, press that button right there, and you can speak to them right away. You don't have to have a teller call you. They don't have to be on the next 2 streets over with you. You dinky little radio. I promise you. Just here, let me walk you home. And you see, as I guide her down the street.
Yeah. And as you take and guide her down the street, the blue array, which keeps it daytime, starts to wind down into twilight. And then we take and are brought to the picture of a man, little Gallo, the son of DeSanti Gallo of the Gallo crime family, looking kind of gaunt, with bags under his eyes in a dimly lit kind of grimy room. And then we get started with our planning meeting. So, planning meeting, as a reminder, you pick either a client, a target, or a type of job, and then I fill in the rest. Normally, you would get to keep the one that you've done previously, but since that was for a primary score, and this is now a secondary score, the kinds of jobs offered are slightly different. So, everybody except Pancake has to make a new one because Pancake already has a leftover secondary score that they could choose again if they wanted. So, Pancake, yours, as a reminder, is from Lord Surlock. The target is the Strelai, and it is a heist. He wants you to break into one of their safe houses and abscond with something.
Yes,
Then, so if you want to keep that one, you can, or you can make a
I would
new one.
love to.
And then for the other two, go ahead and the list of factions starts on 300 something.
342 in the left, 352 in the search bar.
Yep.
At
And
least
so
for the
pick a
roll
client
index.
or a target from that list, or just a job type if you don't care about who you're going after specifically.
We posted in the.
Yeah, put it in the Foundry chat, and then I'll roll up some jobs, and we'll see what we get.
What does hold mean?
Hold is basically their hold on that tier. So if something has an S, that means they have a strong hold on that tier. If something has a
strong or
W,
weak. Okay.
they have a weak hold on that tier, which means that it's easier for them to tier down. For you guys, for example, have a strong hold on your tier 0 territories because you basically have the doghouse and nothing else. When the time comes that you guys rank up to tier 1, you'll start off with a weak hold because you're basically new in town, fresh holdings. People could take them from you much easier than they could otherwise.
I think I know exactly who I shouldn't.
Oh, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Let me actually cobble the idea together first. Give me a second.
I sent my idea.
Alrighty. And this is the client or the target?
I was thinking client. I like Aruvia.
So we pick one or the other.
Yeah, you'll pick a client, target, or just a job type.
Okay. Just just because I think there would be some funny roleplay involved. I picked the church.
As the client or the target?
The target.
Are we gonna do a Scientology speed run?
So the tier 4 faction, the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh.
What is that? I did not read all that. I just read church.
So
What
the church
fuck?
is the shorthand. Their full name is the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh.
Hold up. Let me read more into what I've chosen.
The Church of
I'm
the
not.
Ecstasy
I
of the
don't feel like
Flesh,
backing down.
they honor the life of the body and deem the transient or otherworldly to be heretical. The church promotes worship of the immortal crown and the state. The immortal crown being the Undying Emperor.
Okay, I actually have some questions about Emperor lore, but I'll ask that another time. I won't interrupt the session.
So do you still want to target the Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh?
Hold on. I wanna see the big description of it.
They're on 364. 354 of the number in the corner.
There it is. Sorry, this may take me a moment because I
If
need
you
a
read-
little knowledge.
If you read past the just kind of stuff in italics, that the rest of that stuff is quote unquote spoilers, because that's like technically that's like setting knowledge that may or may not be true for our particular setting. So you're fine to read that because I don't care about spoilers. But if you're someone who wants to go into the setting, more blind or whatever, don't read past that first italics.
So, okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know if that's the direction I want my character to move in. Yeah, let me roll the dice on something else. Let's see.
Okay. Consulate, who would the Arubian consulate want to target?
I just think
Where am I from
Aruvia is a
again?
cool country.
I think you're from Titcheros. It says on your sheet.
Yeah, Titcheros. That's where my heritage is from. Man, I don't know. I'll just pick a job type. I don't know enough of these guys to really. I don't think my character has lofty enough ambitions to make going after a specific person worthwhile.
So, factions aren't technically specific people. They are, some of them, like the smaller ones, like there's one in there that's like a tier 1 faction that's just like a former boxer or whatever. But a lot of times they are institutions, underworld organizations, stuff like that. So it's not necessarily that you're going after a specific person. It also, if you pick client instead of target, those are the people that you would be helping rather than harming. Some people that your crew are friendly with, if you need some direction. They're friendly with the Gallo family. They have a +1. They are almost at war with the Keel twin, because they killed the first.
Right.
The first one died in the frame
Right.
up.
Yeah.
They are negative -1 with the Burn Corps, which is like the radical arm of Burning Orange, basically a civil rights group. And then they are a +1 with the Silver Echoes, which is like a pop band.
I see. Okay. What is the Ministry of Discovery?
That's the faction that Pop Pop works for. They basically are dedicated to discovering new things in a safe government manner, quote unquote. So rather than like crazy fringe scientists, it's like, crazy government sponsored scientists.
It's
How about
Mesa
this?
versus Dr.
I want
Doofenshmirtz.
a client of the cabbies. We'll go
Cabbies.
nice and
Okay.
simple.
Alrighty, so that's the client of the cabbies. And yours the
I'll
Ruby
stop
consulate.
faffing about. Make a
Okay.
decision.
Yeah. So now go ahead and you guys do some free play, role play, to have a fun little scene, converse. While I take and roll up these jobs real quick. It could be at the doghouse. It could be somewhere else. It could be on the street. Whatever you want.
Not good at starting stuff, but once we get going, it's kind of inertia.
How about I'm guiding this little old lady home, whose name is Mirabelle, by the way. I'm guiding Mirabelle home, and how about I say I bump into Minerva's character? I happen to bump into Emma on the street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, fancy meeting you here. Where you going?
Oh, I'm going to I'm going to a show.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been a patron of the theater, and I enjoy seeing live performances. Like Phasma's Vision's great, but there's just something about seeing people live on stage that really gets the like
Yeah, there's
the
something
energy.
very visceral about being somebody. Like, there's nothing between you and the art. Oh,
Yeah.
my mother loves the theater. You mind if I come with you?
You'll have to pay for your own ticket, but
Oh, of course. There's no free handouts in this city.
you can say that again.
So we'll make our way down to the theater. Do you know what we're seeing, or are we gonna have to workshop that too?
Oh,
Uh,
well, before you even get inside, I think you're going through the lines, and the person, handing out tickets is actually me. I'm like, shh, don't tell anyone I'm here. They think I actually work here. So you don't actually have to pay for your tickets, but don't tell
Is-
anyone.
Ezra, is that? The window is fogging up. Can you like clear it off in there a little bit?
Yeah,
What?
so
Did they keep an AC in there or something for you?
yeah, so instead of actually saying anything again, I just like draw on the fog. I'm like, ticket on me, smiley face, see you inside.
Oh my God.
And then I'll probably head through the back, out the staff entrance, and I'll meet them inside.
Okay.
huh?
Well,
Interesting running into you here.
Yeah,
It's a small world.
I have to expand my horizons. I can't stay in a warehouse all day.
something told me I was gonna run into you today.
Oh my
Call
goodness,
Call it fate or whatever you will, but I just had this sneaking suspicion that you were gonna get me through today. I
Yeah,
don't know what you're gonna get me through, but I have this
yeah,
weird feeling.
isn't
Maybe
that
it's gonna
so?
be this fucking show.
I had such a weird experience with your phone the other day. I was gonna ask you, but
Oh, it's just bugs. It's just bugs. I'll
oh,
send. If I need to work on them, don't be afraid to call me. And
yeah, no, there was a guy in there. There was a guy in there.
well,
I,
yeah, there's somebody on
um,
the other end of the phone.
yeah, and okay, so that was cool. But then he knew my name, like my actual name, which I don't know
Well,
if
yeah,
that's
if you give your number out, you typically give your name.
no, but I didn't though. That's the thing. I was just, poking around. Also, like, how many numbers even are there? Like, isn't there only like 3 of these phones or something? Like, how many you got
Well,
around?
look, a phone number is a very personal information that I'm not allowed to give out. And telling
No,
you how
no, no,
many
but
there
like,
are
how
could
many
give
how many
you
phones are there? If you only have
how
like
many
10.
phones. Look, I appreciate you as a friend, but if we're gonna talk business, it's got to be somewhere
No,
else,
no,
Joe.
no, no, no.
Like,
Like, how many phone numbers could there be, And then how many phones are there? Like, what are the
Well, you
odds?
also have to take into consideration that there are house phones too, not just the cell phones.
yeah, I
Hmm.
do have to work within the municipality of the city we live in, so there are rules I have to abide by. Yes, but
See,
look,
those are
we're
some big words, for me. I don't deal with, the city if I can help it.
right. Yeah, it's. I mean,
Make
I
sure
don't
you
do
up
it the
and
city
spit you
either if I
out.
can help
No,
it.
no, I don't own my building. No one lives there officially. I just show up, you know.
So
Um,
wait, you got your place for free?
uh, in a manner of speaking, I mean, you don't have to pay for it if nobody knows that you have it,
Right.
right?
But does the place have a lock?
Well, it does now. Um,
You got an extra room lying around?
uh, well, it's kind of just like one big open space, I put like some like fun little like streamers up or whatever, but like there's not actually, you know.
Hmm. So you don't have another room I could come crash in?
I mean, it's all kind of one big. It's like,
Oh, you're living in a loft. Oh, why didn't you just say that?
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to invade on your privacy.
Well, clearly you do.
As they take and talk about this loft apartment extra room situation,
Rain,
that
hold on. The show's about to start.
Oh yeah, we have to figure
they're
out. We have to
taking
figure out what we're actually seeing. What is
it's
this?
the show.
Shark Tales 2.
The show is a popular one. It is the sci-fi series Citadel 9 has recently
Oh,
gotten a like stage play Broadway style retelling of the first like arc of the show, and that is what you guys are seeing today.
I think
Um,
anime series do this all the time.
yeah, exactly. So while you guys take and watch that and figure, and maybe you like it, maybe you don't, we get jobs. So Elgin, your client
Mm-hmm.
was the cabbies. The cabbies are basically a kind of like formerly the city traveled a lot by
They're not like the
gondola.
cabbies of the flesh or some shit,
No,
right?
the cabbies of the ecstasy of they're actually the cabbies of the ecstasy of the body. Um, no, they're basically like a transport guild. Formerly, this was the gondoliers, but
The
gondoliers are
gondoliers,
kind
yeah.
of all automated and fall out of fashion and have been replaced with autopod cabbies. Their target is the blackjacks. Long and the short is the blackjacks are they're a tier 2 gang. They have not been paying their tabs, right? They go to a cabbie, they take and get to their destination, and they basically tell them to shove off. So the cabbies want you to go to the blackjacks kind of main base and just get some money that the cabbies are owed by any means necessary, and that is going to pay 6 stacks total. Pancake, same
Oh,
job. For Lord Surlock, from targeting the Strelai, it's a heist, break into a safe house, steal a item of importance to Lord Surlock, and you get paid 5 stacks for that. Minerva, yours from the Aruvian Consulate, is targeting the Ancat Consortium, which is basically a collection of businesses and other rich people here in the city. They are descended from former Aruvian nobility that was exiled over 100 years ago. And the payout for this job is 9 stacks, and they want you to go to the Ankart Autodome, which is basically like a big racetrack, and sabotage a bunch of their race cars. They also will give you plus 2 stacks if you can do it without killing anybody. And then my opportunity is from the client is yourselves. The target is the Keel Twin. It is a shakedown. Basically, go to a Keel Twin owned nightclub and just rough the place up, shake it down, intimidate some people. and this is for 4 stacks plus the informants claim for your crew. The informants claim basically makes your gathering information phases easier. If you want to see the full claims map, that is on page 144 of the PDF. And yeah, the more money you get, the harder it is. Called shots do not factor into that, just the base payout.
Yeah. Besides my own one that I made, the racetrack one seems really fun.
Yeah, it's the one I made, but I'm also kind of down for like smashing some.
Smashing a club up? Is that the
No,
one?
no, some race cars, some like
Oh, yeah.
taking off some hubcaps.
Well, that's 2 out of 3.
What a,
No,
what is
but I'm
that thing?
curious in which one you want. I
I'm
don't want
not
to like.
specifically drawn to any of these, even mine. I don't really want to do extortion. So I think sabotage kind of fits the best with chip or heist. Either of those two. It's funny. You're playing an assassin, and you and I picked to play the one non-violent character. Chip doesn't like violence. He's not a.
Just
He's
remember,
not a
the more
violent
stacks
guy.
it's worth, the harder it's going to be. So if you guys think you're prepared for a 9-stack mission,
Well,
go ahead.
I don't know if we are, but I mean, you gotta.
It's a lot of. Hey, I mean, split between the 3 of you, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I believe in us if we want to go that direction.
Listen, as long as neither one of you pulls out a gun and shoots somebody in plain sight of all the fucking cops, I'm cool.
The only thing I pull out is glitter.
Are they
We're
okay, by
fine.
the way? Are they like stable? I never
Uh,
got an update on that. I left the cop place and you guys were gone.
So Patchy, the bartender guy who's in his mid-20s, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, Big Norm is fine. Shockingly resilient that fella. It's I actually don't watch your step. We may not have cleaned some of the blood off from when we got a doctor in here to operate on him.
Right? Wasn't that like 2 days ago? Like,
I'll be part of the charm. They say. Look, I'm like in terms of seniority and leadership, I'm at the lowest rank. So typically, if Bob and Pop both say, it's whatever, I don't really have a chance to disagree with them. So I would love if we'd keep this place cleaner. They say it's part of the aesthetic.
oh, okay. You know what? I don't live here. It don't matter. You guys decide what you do with your own place. Just make sure to clean my phones if you ever have them. Jeez.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, we're settled on sabotaging race cars.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Alrighty. So the Ankart Autodome is basically a big racetrack that has the track and then like the little pit areas and then kind of like garages as well, where some of the bigger names are able to rent out or even have sponsored areas where they keep their cars. So your job is to go to those garages, sabotage a bunch of cars, and get out. And if you don't kill anybody, you get extra money, as well as less heat. Because as a reminder, you guys are still in that situation of every job gets +2 heat because of that frame up. Because that has not been. We've done no jobs for Blackthorn Park or the Palace to help resolve that.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing? Do we want to try to gather some information about the place, or do we think that we already have an idea in our noggins of how we're going about this?
I have no fucking idea.
Well, I don't think me or Ezra know anything about cars. So I think I'm trying to even figure out like, what's inside of a car? How do I best screw it up? So I think
Guys,
I'm
hold on.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
2 parts. Let's think about it this way. I have a bit of mechanical knowledge with the electronics and my family's background. We'll get into it in a moment. But we're thinking
Okay.
about this a little too direct. We're talking about sabotaging race cars. There's a couple different factors here we need to work out. One,
I
what are we sabotaging? And two, how we go about it. Look
Also,
like it's a small amount of things, but
the autodrome is this big this big little hexagon over here in Silkshore
where the hell's Silkshore?
on the left side of the map.
oh.
I've circled it with a red outline. That's the That's
it's
the
that
Ankart
thing.
autodrome.
Okay, so this is where we're
It's not a
going.
fortress?
No, that is just a giant racing area.
Okay.
It's
Incredible.
in the middle of a park.
Well, that's probably rich people's
Amazing.
houses, to be honest.
And this place is like a considered high society type of clientele. If you want like
Okay.
murder, death, Mad Max stuff, that's Vreen's autodrome.
F1, F1, not NASCAR.
Yeah,
Not death race.
yeah. Vreen's autodrome regularly has people exploding and dying horrifically. Ankart's autodrome typically there's like some people that maybe crash due to maintenance issues or maybe like just that they have having an off day driving. But you're not going to see somebody like whip out a gun and blast another racer like you do at Vreen's.
Wow.
Okay.
This place sucks. So as I was saying, we got a couple things we can do here. One, we can sabotage the cars. How do we go about that? Who fucking knows? Two, we could sabotage the drivers. They're people. They're fallible, just like us.
They said no killing.
Well, would you want to drive with the shits?
What? I mean no.
What if your
But-
wife dumped you? Huh?
I
Look, there's more to breaking people than just
you-
killing them.
are
Right?
you think-
breaking
are you-
skin's not the same thing as breaking a mind. Look, there's a lot of things you learn in sales, and one of the ways is pushing buttons. All right, that's
Are
literally
you-
my whole thing.
are you suggesting we go third wheel their relationships?
No, I'm just saying we gotta think a little. Stop thinking so direct. I mean, we can go slash a bunch of tires if you want.
I mean
That's what I was thinking of doing.
I know it was. That's why I'm saying this.
I mean,
I mean, shit, we could spike the fuel. I don't know.
with what?
My other consideration was I bet they have a betting pool we could ruin.
Yeah, but is that ruining the race? I don't know. Maybe it is. What did our employer tell us?
The employer's instructions were typically about targeting the cars. They want you to sabotage the races. The exact verbiage is go to the park and sabotage the big upcoming Grand Prix. So how you do that is slightly up to interpretation. Sabotaging the drivers, that probably falls within ruining it. Messing with some type of betting going on, probably not something that I would consider progress towards completing the job. Could maybe be extra money if you go that route, though. If you do something to rig the bets or do something, you could make extra money from the job, but that would be like a secondary goal, like a called shot, rather than something that is explicitly going to complete it.
I mean, I think messing with people is probably our easiest way to also not get caught for like leaving evidence around, because if they look in their cars and they're like, oh, somebody like rewired my engine, they'll be like, oh, somebody, you know.
What caused me to vomit was bad food at the racetrack.
Yeah, maybe.
We could do. Sounds like we need maybe a gather information roll or two to help determine what our entry point is
Yeah.
going to be. So, what do we think?
Yeah,
sure.
How are we going to learn some more
I think-
information about this Grand Prix and the racetrack?
Can anybody
What?
control the weather?
Well, yeah, well,
Not
you
natively.
know,
There's the ghost
Ah.
field, the resonance field provides a lot of opportunities. None of them can do it natively. Like nobody's got there was a whisper ability in old blades that literally lets you summon lightning, but no one here at the team has something like that.
I know, I know.
Um,
We're all terrible.
What about there? I mean, you could also sabotage the blue array, but that is way too big. That would like screw multiple things up.
That's
Um,
also that's probably too much. But you could maybe I
yeah,
could maybe see targeting some specific part of the park, but the whole array.
yeah. Also, you're the only special agent. I do magic tricks.
No,
Um,
Hmm.
that's terrorism.
yeah. I mean, we could do the classic like get Worley to like, you know, go into
How
the
about this?
ghost field
I
with
might know
us.
somebody. I might know
Mm-hmm.
somebody on the inside. Maybe I can get some information from them. Maybe I've sold a phone that's gotten into there somehow. Who knows?
Okay.
I think we gather information. I'm gonna search through my. I'm gonna go through my web, see if I can get something.
So that
Okay.
sounds like consort to me.
Oh God, I don't have anything in that right. Why would you do
could-
this to me?
Well, I mean, going through your sales catalog would be people that you already know. Usually, consort is with
Yeah.
people that you already know, trying to be friendly with them. See if
Shit.
there's any racers that maybe you sold phones to, any mechanics, anything like that. That sounds solidly like consort to me. You could maybe try something else, but it might not be as effective.
I'll try the consort. Might as
And
well
then-
roll it.
Yeah, you can. You'll do a gather information roll with 0 dice, unless you'd like to push yourself.
Pushing myself is doing what?
2 stress for +1 die in this case.
And 0 dice is the lower of the two. 1 dice is 1.
Yeah.
Oh man. I want a good lead. I'll push myself twice. Is that possible?
It is not. You can push yourself
It is not
to
only
get
once?
each effect. So if this was a regular roll, not a gather information, you could push yourself for +1 die and an increased effect
okay.
level. But since gather information only cares about the numerical result, you cannot push yourself for a greater effect.
Okay, then I'll just push myself for the once. For the one time. And I'll click roll.
Hot damn. That should
Hot
be
damn, it's real bad.
that should be 1 dice mulligan. So when you open up the gather information dice roller, make sure that you have 1 dice selected instead of 0. As your headset died again. It sounds like.
It very much has. I really just need to let it charge. But we'll
Is
have an
it
echo during that.
a resonance
Give
echo?
me just a second. I can't use it while it's charging because, of course.
Is it possible to snatch another headset? Perchance.
Maybe in just a moment. So I need to. Did I need to re-roll that?
Yeah. Go ahead and make sure that the dice at the box at the top has 1 d6 instead of 0. And then also, I'm now thinking about Pancake. If you'd like to share your screen for any audience members, I don't know if Cat's actively paying attention or not, but someone else might join. Hey, that's much better.
Yeah. 1 second while I figure that out.
So you take and you ring up you look through your little Rolodex of contacts, index cards, however you take and keep your sales booklet, and you do find that there is not like a mechanic who works at the autodrome, but it is a mechanic who works on race cars. So he may or may not have useful information for you.
Am I naming this guy?
Do you want to?
Yeah, his name's Mick.
Mick?
Mick Anik.
Mick Anik. Okay, yep. That's definitely not a fake name. That's definitely not a fake name he gave you when you tried to sell him or successfully sold him this phone. So yeah, you take and ring him up. I imagine using the phone. And he do your phones work? And they just have weird supernatural stuff that happens alongside them actually working, or are they completely just supernaturally haunted phones?
Do you want the full answer of what I think my phones do right now, or
Like, if you were to sell a phone to another person, is it able? Are you able to call them on it? Are they able to call you? Are they able to call other people who have the phones?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you take and call, and he picks up and he's like, "Hey, yep, it's Mick. What's up?"
Hey, Mick. I got a question for you. So I'm going out to the races today, and I just wanted to know a little information about how the cars work because I got some buddies I'm trying to impress, and I'm going out to the fancy races, so it's like really important to me because I got to do a little smooching here and there, but I got to sound competent. So I kind of want to know how the cars work a little bit, just so I can like throw a little lingo in there, while we're talking with the guys, so I can try and get my hooks in 'em a little bit, trying to, sell some phones.
Yeah. So he takes and starts to give you like the long-winded technical answer, involving the exact breakdown of like electroplasm into a usable fuel source and a lot of other stuff that I think it goes over your head. And then after maybe he hears the gears turning in your head, he's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry. So you fuel goes into car. Fuel is electroplasmic in nature. The stuff that powers all the lights, that the thing that powers like your TV, all that other shit. Same deal. It's just kind of the particles are arranged in a different configuration to make it work in the car instead of powering a television. Is the long and the short of that. And then everything else, they kind of like. Let me double check. Do autopods float above the ground or do they actually drive? I don't actually remember if they have wheels or not. Let's see. I don't know if the book is going to tell me, and if it doesn't tell me, then I'm going to give them wheels. It doesn't look like it tells me. So I'm
I
going to give
remember
them
reading
wheels.
something that people are developing flying autopods, so I'd presume they're more like cars.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was anything in here that told me whether they were like the Star Warsy, like hover above the ground type of car, or if it was like actually wheels. And there's nothing in here that says one way or the other. So I think for our setting, I'm gonna make them have wheels, because that feels
Aren't
more
they
60s.
aren't they based on the motorcycles from deep cuts for blades, which had
Uh,
wheels?
they might be. I don't remember. I'm trust what I'm just controlled F autopod. I don't see anything in here that specifically mentions their history, but I'd
Maybe.
assume that that would make sense. But yeah, so they're gonna have wheels. So he's like, yeah, they got wheels. The wheels are made of a like a like a polymer basically, a combination of materials, also usually derived from electroplasm along with some other shit, and they're pretty. The ones you said you're going to the fancy races, yeah, the fancy race ones don't have a lot of grip like a regular autopod wheel does, because the tracks are made of stuff that grip is bad. The long and the short of it is, so I mean, if that's the basics of how a car go vroom. Is there something specific you were looking for? Or?
Man, I just gotta say I really appreciate you, Mick. I think that's gonna do it for me. Knowing that the ectoplasm does the thing and grip bad. I think I'll be able to make do. I mean, shit, I sold you a phone, didn't I?
That's
just
that's
mess with you,
true.
Mick.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of that phone, is it like normal that I like hear voices in it sometimes that aren't like the person I'm
Oh,
calling?
I've hung up.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you guys know a little bit about how race cars work. Um, anything else that we want to know?
Um, so I don't have like a direct connection that really makes sense to me. But I do have a point in Tinker, so I'm wondering if like by me talking to Chip and like trying to squeeze out like the stuff that went over his head, like if I know what some of the words mean
To what end?
from
What would you try to learn from that information?
maybe like, you know, maybe there's a small component of the cars that they wouldn't necessarily immediately notice was gone or something. Um,
Ah, yes,
versus
like a
like,
spark plug or a fuse.
completely taking apart the engine or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I could maybe see that. So
Okay.
yeah, gather information with Tinker as the base.
Sorry, I have to remember all the buttons are. Gather information, and then I think you cut out so that would be 1 dice because I have a point.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't know shit about five.
Yeah, it's like most of it also.
So as I was saying, Mick was talking about the cars need no grip. So are we? What if we made them even more slick and made the track like ice? You know. And he said TVs make the cars go.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely not what he said.
That's what Mick said.
No,
Here, you want me to call him back? I'll get Mick back on the phone.
no,
I call
no.
him and he doesn't answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Fuck.
You're gonna have to tell me the exact words, but I mean, it turns out I don't think those are the words. So I think we're out of luck.
Yeah.
I
So
swear he
incomplete or
said-
partial. I think the only thing you would like fuel. I think probably fuel is not the only thing that makes a race car go. Right? Regular cars, fuel is all they need. But I think that your character has some idea, maybe from hanging out with Big Norm's Autopod, that these race cars have an extra thing that makes them into race cars, basically.
Okay.
So how are we getting in? Right. What's our
unscrewed
approach?
bolt in the engine can.
Ah.
Are we going to take and try to be mechanics? As a reminder, there's a couple different approaches that mechanically determine how you kind of start your thing off, and then it can go wherever you want from there. They are assault, deception, stealth, paranormal, social, and speed, and I'll put those in the Discord chat again as reference.
I'm saying either stealth, social, or paranormal.
Yeah, I mean, they're fueled with like ectoplasm. So like maybe we can convince the ghosts on the day of the race to like, be really like, something.
You want to
and
wake
then
up the dinosaurs in the oil.
Yeah, and then maybe they turn a corner and their steering wheel, it won't do anything, so they just kind of like ram into a wall really fast.
Well, we don't want them to die.
You don't
But
want people
I
to
get
die.
what your point.
Now remember
Yeah,
that it says no deaths. It doesn't say no killing. So that whatever you
Yeah,
do to sabotage this, you get extra money if nobody dies in the process.
Yeah, we won't kill anyone, but on the day of the race, who knows what will happen.
Right. No, that's what and as well as a reminder, the book when it comes to killing says +2 heat if killing was involved, regardless whether you guys like physically killed them or not. Deaths draw attention. So if people die due to your actions, then that's heat. If people just crash their car and the race is ruined and no one dies from it, then no bonus heat and extra money.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the ghosts, maybe they don't have to be that angry. Maybe they can just be having a bad day.
So how do we feel about that? The other two of you fucking with the fuel in some paranormal way.
I think Chip don't believe ghosts. Chip Chip ain't never seen a ghost. I ain't afraid no ghost. But
ghost.
me as a player, I think that's absolutely the direction we need to move.
Okay.
Chip just thinks we're fucking with the feel. That's...
Do you have any thoughts about that? The fucking with the fuel? Do you want to do anything else, Minerva? Or do you like that idea?
No, I think waking up the dinosaurs in the oil is hilarious.
Okay. So, our opening gambit is the strange power. So, Pancake or Chip, or both of you, um, how how does this plan of trying to fuck with the fuel? How does this start? Right? Are you gonna take and like try to get into the garage maintenance pit area and just like sabotage all the fuel there, or is this score going to happen at like some type of refinery that gets the fuel to the racetrack? What are we thinking?
I definitely think the paranormalness is gonna start with Pancake's character because Chip is gonna scoff at most of it.
Yeah, I think basically what I want to do is because if we only sabotage like a certain garage or something, then it could look like oh, like somebody specific had out. But I think because we want to be as like we don't want to get anything pinned on us, I think if we try to um for like either the shipment to the, I don't know how any of this works, like the shipment to the racetrack, or we figure out when the next shipment from the oil place is going out and there. So I think something like that, that's more like fire. um yeah.
Okay, so
I don't,
this shifts the job away from the autodrome and instead like a moving convoy situation.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we are going Mad Max.
So this is maybe less of a paranormal opening gambit and more of like speed, right? The moment of impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Where does it come from?
Racing fuel is a type of fuel, and I assume there's a like racing ghosts.
Okay. So I think for this autodrome, the Ankhart Consortium is pretty wealthy. So I think they import it. I don't think it's made here. I think they take and have some really fancy stuff made somewhere that's like rather than having to get electroplasm from a kind of lower quality local source, since the leviathans have all kind of dried up. I think they probably import it from somewhere fancy. So it gets unloaded at the docks, and it gets unloaded at the docks, and then it takes a car down from the docks to Crowfoot, and then goes across the Tefeta Bridge into Silk Shore, and then just kind of follows the main road up until it follows that kind of main highway until it crosses the Azure Bridge down through that district to the Falcon Bridge into the park. So you've got the Tefeta. Oh god, you've got the Tefeta Bridge as a potential hit point, the Azure Bridge, or the Falcon Bridge. What I'd say for your engagement roll is that the farther away it is from the park, the more high profile it's going to be, because those are, you go from main thoroughfare to less used area to even less used area. So if you hit one that's closer, you have, if things go badly, you have fewer chances before it makes it into the autodrome. If you go somewhere that's further away, you have more chances to hit it as it tries to get to the park, but it's also going to have the potential to attract way more attention.
I would have said Azure Bridge, but that's kind of.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking, because I don't think we want it too close, because if it takes longer than we think, or the ghosts aren't listening very good, then we at least have like one more main shot.
Listen, I know you keep talking about ghosts, but I think the user bridge is the right way. But Why do we keep bringing up ghosts? We're gonna fuck with the fuel. We got your little supplement additive thing. We're gonna fucking add to it, right?
Yeah.
Why do you
Like
keep
putting
bringing up ghosts?
I mean, you know,
Ugh.
the ghosts are already in there, you know. We just make them have, you know, some sort of, you know,
Right.
episode inside of there, you know, who knows what could happen.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think setup wise, I think the user bridge is our best bet. It's not too far in the open, but if we fuck it up, we get one more chance.
Okay. Okay.
Why do I do this?
Okay, so Azure Bridge. What's our plan? It is basically a big fuel tanker that gets imported in. It may or may not have armed convoy guards. That probably filters into our engagement role, how protected it's going to be on this particular day, if at all. What is our actual moment of impact? Are we going to take and like try to drop onto the truck from above? Are we going to take and try to stop the truck and do something? And then what are we thinking?
I, hold on.
This feels like the kind of situation that Emma might like know how to deal with.
So I have access to a I have access to a find disguise and a tracking device, of which could both be of use. Sorry, I'm getting a text from family.
No worries.
Yeah, so we have so my idea was we could theoretically hijack the truck in some way. Like I could use the disguise and pretend to be and like we find a way to block it and then take the truck from there and like sabotage it before finishing the route in
Yeah.
disguise.
Yeah.
Okay. So some type of blockade on the bridge that or like a checkpoint that you guys set up, and then take and commandeer the vehicle, sabotage it, and then deliver it as if nothing happened.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So engagement roll. Let's take and see what factors we have for that. Do I like this song? No. Do I like this one?
My
Yeah, I like that one. Okay. Engagement roll. So we start off with 1d6 for pure luck. And then, is this operation particularly bold or daring? Let's see. Hitting a convoy with a blockade that's going to have other drivers that you're also going to have to contend with. Maybe even the police themselves. That seems pretty bold or daring. Is this complex? Is this overly complex or contingent on many factors? We're disguising ourselves as some type of governmental authority with the authority to blockade this particular bridge, and then hoping that nobody questions us on us that too hard before our target gets there. That sounds contingent on many factors to me.
I don't like this plan.
Let's see. Does it expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I don't think so, but I also don't think they're strongest against this approach. I don't think they often worry about people trying to just steal their fuel. I don't think that's something that they're particularly prepared for. Or waken the ghosts in the fuel. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? You got anybody that you know that might make this easier? Anybody?
What about my contact that I had from last? Cassius Carver.
The Strangford guy?
Yeah.
I
could get him in on
the
this somehow?
consortium and Mitch Strangford, SMF, and the consortium do work together. Let's see. Are they friendly working together, or are they a bit more antagonistic? see. They are not allies or enemies, I don't think. So in that case, it's probably going to be a fortune roll. Yeah, they're not allies or enemies. So yeah, let's we'll do a fortune roll of 1d6 just to see if he wants to get involved in this at all. A 5.
I'm gonna call him up and ask him how he feels about humiliation and
Let's see.
humiliating others.
Yeah, so you're taking. He has not bought one of your phones, but he did give you his card, so he picks up on like his office, not mobile phone, or whatever. And he's like, "Hello there, Carver, assistant at SMF. What can I do for you?"
Hey, Mr. Carver, it's Chip, your buddy from the other night. That night got crazy.
Chip.
How you doing?
Chip. Oh, the fellow from the banquet. Oh, yeah, that was an
Yeah.
insane evening.
Yeah, did all you fellas get out safe? Are you okay?
Oh, I was the only one attending that particular thing. We don't. SMF doesn't have.
Good.
Our
Good. I
interests
just
in
wanted to
the
make
in
sure.
the police force are minimal. So
Wow. I catch what you're putting down. So, I'm calling you today with a proposition. Figure it's
Uh-huh.
something you might have an interest in. How do you feel about humiliating others and getting a one-up on your compatriots? And being better than them?
depends on who we're humiliating, I suppose.
How do you feel about racing? You like
It's
cars that go fast?
it's a lot of money in it. Lots of people
Yeah.
make bets, and we have our interests in that aspect of racing.
I see. Wow. What if I told you there is some money on the line for you to be made here? And that some of the cars aren't going to be going as fast as they normally would.
Some of. No one specific.
I can't guarantee until the day of, but I can keep you posted.
And what? So it sounds like this is the thing that you're already doing. What do you need me for?
Well, I figured since you're the big man on the totem pole, Mr. Carver, I need a little bit of money, some funds, and some just a little bit of backing to get some officials, to get us looking a little official, to grab some weight. You know, I need a little weight to throw around. So I might need a small...
You need an investment, huh?
You read my mind, Mr. Carver. See, you're pretty good at this whole business thing.
That sounds like kind of a risky investment. Not a lot of known factors.
It's a big payout.
You You got anything for a down payment you can front in case this goes south?
Damn. Do I have anything that I can put on a down payment?
Do you have any
Put up
stacks?
front? I don't. I gave all of my stacks away to pay off the police.
Okay. What would he take? What would he take as a down payment if not just?
How about I owe you a
cash?
favor?
Ooh.
I'll do your
Okay.
dirty work. That's all I got to my name, and you know I'm good for it.
We do offer speculative investments occasionally. We don't exactly have the best working relationship. Sounds like a sway roll of some sort.
I see. Okay. Is it
Just risky standard.
just risky standard? Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Ooh. He's like,
No.
I think we need to establish a bit more of a relationship together before I can front anything on your word. Not to besmirch you, but your word isn't exactly worth a lot to me at the moment. I know that you were trying to set up a meeting with us about something with these phones of yours. make some progress on that, and maybe we can see what I can do for you in the future.
Listen, Cassius, before you go, look, man, I'm hungry for this. How about this? I'll get your foot in the door early in my business because it's going places, and you know it is. And I know I don't have much name with you right now, but my name's going to be big, and you'll be right there next to it. I'll give you 20% right off the bat.
Make it 33, and we have a deal.
25.
Yeah, I guess I can take that.
God damn. You drive a hard bargain, Cassius, but you have yourself a deal.
So now, just to make sure you know the mechanical effects of that, basically what that means is that every coin that you make, or every stack that you make off of anything phone related, 25% of
25
that
goes
will
to
go
him,
to him. So every 4 coins you make, basically, one of them goes straight to his pocket. So if you ever do anything downtime related, or you have anything that you make money from for the phones, 25% goes to this guy, and till a time comes that you could maybe renegotiate another deal.
Amazing.
And in exchange, you'll get plus 1 die for the engagement roll, as he maybe gives you some muscle or something.
I pushed that. Do you technically want me to take a stress for this?
Did you push it?
Because it was a failure, and it says I lose this opportunity.
Well, so it could be any of those things. You suffer harm or complication occurs
I
in
guess I
desperate
do end
position.
up. This is a pretty desperate position.
Yeah, so that's what I'm taking it as. Is you're willing to just straight out
Okay.
offered him a fourth of your. You offered him 20%, a fifth of your company, and then he negotiated you to a fourth, which feels pretty desperate, and that just feels like a good devil's bargain to take. Because also I can do devil's bargains not just for plus ones. There's times where I can give you a devil's bargain that's just like a guaranteed consequence in exchange for something. Like I've done that in the past where it's like, cool, you can get away from this job without needing to roll anymore, but you're going to have extra heat because of it. As an example of times where before I give devil's bargains in exchange for, instead of a plus one, just guaranteed consequence in exchange for some type of thing.
Shoot, man. All right.
Okay,
Well-
cool. It's like, all right, well, pleasure doing business with you. I hope that this investment pans out, and to make sure that you take and you get that presentation deck ready for me and my department as soon as possible.
Oh, it'll be ready, and it's gonna be a big one. Don't you worry, Mr. Carver. I'm gonna do you proud. I hang up the phone.
All right, so that's 2 dice. Are there any enemies or rivals? So you're gonna get plus 1 dice to the engagement roll, as he's gonna give you some paperwork or maybe some muscle, something that just makes this feel more legitimate.
We've got goons. Oh my God, guys, we've got goons.
We got any rivals that feel like it might make sense for them to interfere with this mission?
Unless the Plasma Vision Social Club people have like a sports betting night, I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. I don't see anything on anyone's sheet.
What the hell is an undersecretary in this context?
Like a mini secretary. So probably not.
We're marveling at our
then-
rivals.
Are there any other elements that we want to consider? Lower tier target, higher tier target. They are tier 4. You guys are tier 0. So I think that brings us back down to 1d6. So thanks to
I don't like
Elgin's
that.
25% stake, you guys aren't at 0d6 for this. So
I need you guys to pick up some weight here, please. I'm losing a lot.
I mean, I don't think I have anything unless my
yeah, unfortunately
freaking
not.
yeah.
Mrs. Red Fox, don't you have some contacts, some dopes?
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Unfortunately, if this was a supernatural related thing, maybe, but I don't know how much for a regular just oil truck theft. Not sure how much the Strela is able to provide help.
I mean, I know a cat burglar.
I don't think a cat burglar is gonna help.
Let me look at actually the
Fury
backing
Road.
faction page, see if there's anything that they can give you that would make sense. Because the backing faction can give you a lot of things. Where is that? Backing factions. I give you an assist, increased effect, gather information. Yeah, nothing makes sense for engagement rules for backing
Yeah.
factions, but they can help you recover from a bad time if you guys end up having one. But you get a 4, a partial success. So you're in a risky position when the action starts. So what does that look like? I think. So you guys have this little blockade set up.
Uh-huh.
And you've got little uniforms that show that you're from, I think, probably the Ministry of Transportation or Stability. I think Stability is the one that does transportation. So something with Ministry of Stability that makes it where you guys are official. You've got like a couple goons from Strangford Mitchell that are there to make this look both like it's more than a 3-man operation, as well as, you know, they're kind of scary looking. So most people aren't interested in arguing with you guys until you get to one stuffy looking politician who has several goons of his own. And he takes and he's like 3 or 4 cars behind the main checkpoint as you're letting people through. And he takes and like gets out of his car with several of his goons to walk up to you guys. And is like, nope, not that one. Not that one. Nope, this one.
Can we stop them before the bridge?
You want the barricade to be on the before part of the bridge, so
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're good now, pretty bad.
Oh no. Oh, my ping just went to 2000.
You're good now.
Okay. So you want it to be on the part of the bridge that's like before?
I think anyway.
Oh, we're still at 2400. What the hell?
Right before it. Like, I don't want to let them onto the bridge, really.
1 second. Okay, my ping is back at 27. I think I need to call my internet provider because we should not be spiking when I switch songs anymore. But yeah. So yeah, you take and you set up the barricade on the side of the bridge closest to the big Silk Shore words, rather than over in Fogcrest. And just
Yeah, we'll have maybe have some just maybe not any goons on the far side of the bridge, but we have like little blockades, like the little things set up with lights telling people not to come under the bridge.
Yeah.
yeah. So a politician strolls up, and this guy. Those of you that are locals, are any of you locals?
I'm Akarosi.
Okay, yeah. So you would
no.
recognize this as a member of the city council, which is a pretty high tier faction. I think there are 4 or 5, and he is huffing and puffing. He's sweaty. He looks a little disheveled, and he's like, I don't. What the fuck is this? I don't have time for this. I'm already late for a meeting, and I need to be out of here.
What's your name, sir? I don't recognize you.
This is city council member. Which one of the city council are you, my stuffy, angry man? This is one of the Charter Hall 2, where basically the council's chambers are. So this is one of the big wigs of the council. This is Cleland.
Cleland?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Cleland, who's huffing and
Okay,
puffing,
Cleland.
sweating, freaking out. Like, hey, I can't. I'm already late for a meeting. I need to get across back to Charter Hall, and this bridge has never been closed down before. I come here every Thursday. What's going on here? Why was I not informed of this?
Do you guys mind if I did we talk about this before? Who's being the face for this?
I mean, you kind of started. I did sort of have a face plan here, but you know, either way.
You can have group actions. Those exist. What are we doing, Elgin?
Okay.
Yeah, we can all work with this.
Yeah. So I think I'm like, because I'm from here, so I think I would like already sort of know who this is. I'd be like, Clellan, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, and I'm like pulling out one of those like handkerchiefs that keeps going. I'm like, I'm here. You calm down. Yeah, we've set up a detour. We can take care of this. You can go home. Sort yourself out a little bit. Get ready for your meeting. We can take this all from here.
That's what I'm.
You don't have to worry.
That's what I'm trying to do. And the minute, what is the ministry even doing here? Is there a new
Safety
project?
inspection, sir. Surprise safety inspection.
It's okay. Listen, it's not a surprise. We can't really inform the people about these stress tests. If it's gonna shut down. We do inform who we get told what to do around here, Mr. Kellen. And I'm sorry that you weren't informed of our work, but it's this important work that we have to do for this bridge to make sure the city is safe. So we can't let you pass. There's people under the bridge doing work, and if you pass over, it's going to endanger their lives. And you don't want put people's lives at risk, do you, Mr. Khan, Mr. City Council?
Okay.
In the paperwork, it gets lost in the bureaucracy between the Imperial City and here. And
So what? This sounds like some kind of group action. What action rating are we using? And who's going to be the group leader? Group leader takes 1 stress for every failure, but we're going to look at the highest number roll between the 3 of you.
I mean, it's my job, so I can.
Okay, you want to be the group leader for this first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll take 1 stress for every failure. What action rating are we thinking, guys?
This kind of
Sweat.
feels like consort, sort of.
Sway.
Consort
Maybe.
is sway. I'm not
I mean, it
sure.
could be a command because we're telling him to leave. We're telling him he can't go this way.
I think
I-
command is risky limited. And then I think sway and consort are both standard. That's what I would say, yeah.
I have
We do
1
sway.
point in sway, so.
So is
I
that-
have 2 points in sway, but if you wanted to, it probably makes sense if you take
we
it.
could sway.
Sway? All right.
Risky standard.
Risky standard sway. The group leader will take 1 stress for every failure, but we're only looking for the highest numerical result between the 3 of y'all.
Oh, but we all roll.
Correct.
Sorry, I will be just a second.
Oh shit! I'm
All
sorry.
right, there's 1 stress.
Okay.
So
okay.
far, we're at a partial. That's good. Now we just need Pancake's roll. I think Pancake said something about just like, ooh, 2 failures. Okay.
That's
All
3
right.
stress.
So 2 stress because it's 1 stress for every failure, and then we had
Ah.
a success. So the actual fiction is a partial success. So Minerva, how? So I think. So Chip's thing about there's people working under the bridge. The council member looks over and sees no one is under the bridge right now. Everybody, all of the goons that SMF gave you are like on lunch or whatever. In terms of they're just taking a break for a minute. Really unfortunate timing. Ezra, your thing, he's like, what are you, a fucking magician? Have some decorum. What? I don't. And so then, how does Emma, after these two have not succeeded in convincing him of anything, how does Emma take and salvage that situation?
Yeah, so I step forward and apologize for my colleagues, and I apologize for the. I take full responsibility for the the mishandling of the paperwork, of the quote-unquote lost paperwork, and is there enough space for him to like maneuver around other vehicles on the bridge? Because we could wave him through.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, there would be. I think you could make space for that. And I think that's going to put us in a desperate position. You take and you wave him through. And you take and calm him down. And as he takes and gets back in his car, he's mutters something about talking to your superiors at the Ministry of Stability for him having to explain why he was late to a very important meeting today. And then
And we only
waving
let him through, right?
Yeah, waving him through, there is a bit of maybe other people who are in this waiting queue start getting kind of antsy, and think it's now a desperate position to basically regain control over your blockade before people start just kind of blowing past you guys. There's some very angry road ragers in here today.
Mm.
Can I? Okay, this is gonna be stupid, but follow me. Okay? Follow me on this. So, I haven't used the loadout at all, and I've been really struggling on how to make these paranormalist items that are very ghost focused work with Chip.
Mhm.
But there is one I think I can use here. And so, how do I use the loadout system?
So that's something I always forget. Are you guys going quiet or loud for this mission? Quiet, you have 3 loadout points. Loud, you have 6. Loud means you're likely to generate extra heat. It also technically affects the engagement roll, but I forgot about it, so it's whatever.
Probably.
I was
quiet.
thinking quiet.
Okay. So you have 3 loadout points. Each item in your kit is worth a number of points. It doesn't tell you anymore how many they're worth before you add it. But if you add it and it's more points than you wanted to spend, you can just delete it from your sheet. Once you reach 3 loadout points, you have no more loadout left to spend. And then if you want any other items for the mission, you have to do some type of flashback or something like that in order to get those. But those first 3 points are free to use.
Okay, so I want a loyal resonance entity.
So that is your
Add that.
briefcase.
That's so I don't get a different nothing. It's
No.
just how.
So that is your cohort is your briefcase. That's how that
So
works.
do I
Yeah.
always have this in my loadout?
Yeah, it costs 0 for your entity to show up. The harm that can come from them is what their cost can be, quote unquote, is they might suffer harm and be unusable for a little while.
Okay. Shit, this is gonna work differently than I was hoping. Fuck.
I had a very ridiculous thought. But Elgin, if you want to take a moment and ponder, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah, I mean I got an idea, but you can go ahead. It's fine.
Okay, so how many like cars did you say were like piled up behind this?
So
are
on
sort of,
this,
like, waiting?
on this bridge, since this is the middle bridge, you do have the entire district of Fogcrest that a lot of people take and use to come here. They might also use this to get to Watershed, depending on where they're coming from. So there's probably like 12 cars piled up total, and about half of them look like they're getting kind of antsy, like they're honking, they're scooting forward, and if something does not change, they are going to just start trying to blow past your checkpoint. Consequences be damned.
Okay, and then what time of day is it? Just for my own fiction moment here.
It's not called twilight, but it's the time right before the blue array gets turned on. So like
Okay.
the morning twilight, whatever that word is. I can't remember it.
Morning twilight.
Dawn.
So like
that's what it would
about
be.
wait, so like about to be morning?
The blue array is going to come on shortly. Yeah.
Okay, so if you think this makes any sense, I would love to take documents.
This is also when the paranormal are at their strongest during this time.
Okay.
Basically dawn at dusk.
Okay. Well, I would love to take documents. And it's going to be like, I've prepared like little, like, so sorry for the inconvenience. You've caught us at an unfortunate time, but we've prepared a detour for you, and I'll slip in like a voucher to like the generic coffee shop TM. It's like, go get yourself a treat.
Okay.
The
Up
Tim Hortons.
stars.
Yeah.
Blue
And
stars. It's
yeah.
with the same periods between the letters like the blue array has.
I will give a stack for that if necessary.
So
Because I think it's funny.
I think what that would be is you're basically trying to bribe people. How bribes work is you roll your character's lifestyle, which for every 10 bank they have is 1 more lifestyle point. So in this case, since you guys are all brokies, that's 0 d6. Unless you push yourself or something like that.
Okay. Do I need to take documents then, or
Yeah.
does that not matter? Like if I'm
The documents are what is basically helping enable the fact you're not gonna be able to just bribe regular people with just money. Like you don't have the money for that, so the documents are what's enabling you to deal with these people. If you didn't have the documents, you probably couldn't do it.
Okay, and then I will get rid of my containment unit from last time because I don't think I necessarily want that.
All right.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
then
0d6
how do I
unless
roll
you'd like to push
life?
yourself. I would be a
I
fortune roll
would-
with 0d6.
I will push myself. That's just 1 stress, right?
2 stress, and then you get +1 die.
Okay.
And then this is just a fortune roll to basically see how well they take it, since you're trying to bribe them.
Okay. 1d6 because I pushed it.
Yes.
Oh god, they
A
really don't
1.
like.
Okay.
They don't like coffee.
Yeah.
They're tea people.
I think so.
Can I help with this? Or would it
Yeah.
have been before the roll?
So would have been before the roll if you wanted to spend a stress for an assist. So now you're going to deal with the consequences unless Pancake would like to roll to resist them. I think that what's going to happen is you take and you go to the first car that's angry. You pass out the vouchers to the people that are just sitting there idling, not with a care in the world, and they just kind of eye roll or shrug at you. You get to the first person that's like honking their horn, and you go to hand them the voucher, and they're just going to take it, just try to basically weave out of traffic, and they're going to hit you for
Hold on a sec.
a tier 2 harm.
Hold on a sec.
Well, I would like to resist that, but Minerva, if you had something.
Was that a BRB? It may have been a BRB.
I don't see anything in chat,
Yep.
so I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. So, tier 2 harm, where you be I guess bruised, run over, something like that.
Wait, and
As
if
they're
I
just gonna swing their
resist,
car into traffic.
do I resist that first though, or how?
Yeah. So if you want to resist it, then that would be prowess to resist physical harm, and you would take stress equal to 6 minus the highest result you roll.
Wait, say that again, but slower.
So
How do I roll that?
Prowess, the word prowess, and you'll take 6 stress minus your highest thing you roll.
Prowess.
And if you now keep in mind, you do only have 3 stress left. So if you stress out, your character's out of the score.
Oh god. I guess. Well, in that case, and it's gonna turn into a tier 3 harm.
You could
If I
also
take it.
use armor. You have armor, I believe, that's reduces it to. It's not enough to negate it, I don't think, in this setting. I think it's 3 load, and I believe, reduces the physical harm by 1.
Because I
rather
already
than-
took documents and we're doing quiet, so I can't fit that.
Ooh, unfortunate.
So unless there's unless Minerva had some crazy
Sorry,
thing
I'm
going on.
sorry.
Um,
I had to do something real quick.
No worries. So I'm about to get run over by a car, and may not be able to resist it depending how badly it goes. And I can't afford armor in my loadout.
Can I shoot the tire, maybe?
Oh, I
You-
mean,
You could. That's an escalation that's going to result in probably real bad things. That's probably a desperate standard roll.
any other ideas that aren't that dramatic?
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. I had to get food.
No worries. I mean, you can. Well, I could also just resist it and hope that I actually do resist it.
Check
You
this
could
out.
spend a rep from the faction to do a flashback to a downtime action of getting some shitty armor. That would be 2 load instead of 3.
How much rep do we have?
Maxed out. So you will not earn any rep from this mission because you're currently at max.
Okay. In that case, I think I'll do that.
So that, since it's shitty armor, doesn't fully negate it. It just brings it down to a tier, instead of a tier 2, a tier 1. So you could just take a tier 1 harm of bumped. Just you get hit by a car and it freaks you out more than it does any physical harm.
Okay.
And then that is 1 crew rep. All right, yeah. So yeah, that car is now taking and weaving out of traffic and is going to blow past your little. I assume you guys have some type of little wooden or plastic barrier to prevent cars from going. This car is going to just blow past it unless something happens.
I mean, I don't really know if there's anything Chip can do here, to be honest. Unless a ghost pops out of his briefcase at the blue mood. I don't know what's going on.
So the paranormal entities are at their strongest during this time of day. Dawn and dusk is when the paranormal is most powerful. So I mean, you could maybe like scare the driver into swerving into like the bridge and crashing his car. I mean, that could be good or bad. That's an option.
Yeah, let's do that. I think the whole time you were trying to pass out things, I'm over there tapping my foot, stressed out. So I'm gonna get on my phone and I'm gonna dial up Brief because I just don't know how to handle this moment and everything's going sideways and I just need a moment to calm down. So I start trying to call Brief. And you know, does he pick up this time?
How does that phone call manifest into a spooky ghost that tries to scare this driver?
Maybe Brief does pick up this time. And he gives me a crazy portent of the fucking he gives me a portent of like the undead. He's talking nonsense about how ghosts really hate this tanker because of what it signifies and how it's used and how they're being abused and talking about all this nonsense about we're gonna rise up and all this stuff. And he's sounding really angry. And I'm just happy that he picked up the phone. So I'm just trying to interrupt him and talk to him and doing this. And meanwhile, my maybe the briefcase starts shaking and bumping away from me. And it explodes with ghosts that come out of it. Angry.
Okay. Yeah. So which of your action ratings are you using for that? Attune is typically your
Attune.
ghost skill. Yeah. So-
Attune.
I would say this is desperate standard. Make sure you mark XP because it's a desperate roll.
Desperate. Well, mark resolve. Brief is over there just talking nonsense about how ghosts are treated, how he's really trying to rally and make things better for people on the other side.
Okay.
Thank
Severe
God.
harm, serious
Something.
complication, reduced effect. So, this ghost briefcase, right? This
Mhm.
briefcase that has some connection to the resonance field, bounces away from you while you're on the phone, kind of opens up in the street and pours out essentially like a fountain of resonance. No specific figures kind of form, but they are. It is a frightening sight. It's loud. You know, like those firework little fountains that go off. It's like this, but it's letting out the
Oh,
spirits
God.
of the damned. And the guy that was trying to swerve through the barricade, he takes it, instead of driving through the barricade, tries to swerve out of the ray of this ghost, whatever this is, and drives off of the bridge into the river.
Well,
I don't see none of this. I am still trying to talk to Brief as he's yelling through the phone about comeuppance and how the world is unfair. And I'm like, Brief, I love you, man. I hope to see you soon. And the line goes cold, and it's just ringing in my ear. And I'm like, Brief? Brief, are you... God damn it, why does he always do this? And I look around, and I'm like, why is there a hole in the bridge?
And the serious complication that arises from that, I'm going to add a clock called Driver Drowns. So, once that clock is filled, the person in that car will drown, and that'll be a death.
Ah, fuck.
what?
Who did that?
But
Hello? Is anybody gonna update me? Why is there a hole? I'm gonna walk over there like, oh shit, somebody drove off the bridge, guys!
Don't talk on your cell phone and drive.
I-
Text and drive.
Did he have one of my cell phones? I gotta go get him. Oh fuck. This guy knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna go try and save this guy because I all of a sudden think he bought a cell phone from me.
okay, so you're going to just dive off the bridge, or you're going to do something else?
Well, Chip isn't stupid. He's not gonna dive off the bridge, and he's gonna walk towards the edge of the water and trying to swim out there. Of course.
Okay. So while he's doing that, the two of you start to wave. I think you see the tanker start to pull up at the back of the queue. What are you two doing?
And wait, sorry, I just want to make sure I have all my inventory stuff right. The other two loadout are on the armor that I had. Or do I?
You can
oh,
add
okay.
you can add shitty armor, and it will. It's not an
Right.
item that exists. Just add a
Okay.
new item, and then just name.
I'll
it shitty
just
armor.
remember that I can't take anything else because I only have like okay. Just for my own sake. I think seeing as my fun little tricks with with Cleland didn't work, I'd probably kind of take out all of the fun things out of my pockets so that nobody will kind of notice that even though I sort of have an outfit, I'm still kind of strange. And I think I'm gonna go try to talk to the driver of the tanker car, and be like, we're experiencing some delays, you know, just give us a moment to you know, figure out next steps, but unfortunately we can't have you passing through right now. We'll give you an update as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience, and apologies for the delays once again.
Okay. So what's Minerva doing? Or what's Ezra?
So
or,
I-
or, yeah, not Ezra. Emma. What's Emma doing?
Let's see. That's an interesting question because you're already talking to the driver. I was going to do that.
The tankard also, it has there's only one person in the actual car itself, the person that Ezra's talking to, and then behind it, with your, you know, the fact that you're a super spy, you would notice that there is a car that is following it, maybe a little too closely for just another, you know, person trying to get to this district. So it's got some kind of protection convoy of some sort with one car.
Yeah, I'll step over. I have documents in my loadout. So I can. Ooh, I actually have a way we could take the I actually have a cover story that the truck might go over the weight limit.
Okay.
All right, so then you want to assist or do a group action for talking to the driver to get, what do we want to get from that?
Yeah, I can I I have documents and subterfuge supplies as my thing, so I could. So yeah, I can assist.
So what are we trying to do though? We're trying to get the truck to go somewhere else. What is our goal here?
Steal the truck.
So
Yeah,
far,
our goal-
so far I've told them that I was gonna help them with a detour, but technically they haven't, you know.
Yeah, our goal is technically to steal the truck, but we could say like we could do that like well, we're trying to get the ghosts angry, so could we maybe do so it's really more the cargo we're after.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell
So
them you gotta check the truck.
the upsetting the ghosts is going to be so that's sabotaging fuel. So, since clocks are not prescriptive. So that is a 4-segment clock that you'll have to do something or other with the fuel to make it sabotaged. So we'll put that on the scene.
Yeah. So yeah, we may say so I have 2 ideas for how we could go about this. One is we steal the truck directly. The other is we sort of unhook the cargo, do our thing, and then reattach it.
I was thinking more of like do an inspection, you know, go through
Yeah,
some
that's-
tests and then like rehook it up with the like tampered with.
Yeah, that's
Version.
probably our best approach.
Okay, so in that case, does one of you want to do a setup action?
Yeah,
It-
I can flash my documents.
Yeah, well, it sort of feels like me talking about like the detour and stuff is the
Okay.
setup for.
Yeah, that feels like the setup for you, for someone of you starting to sabotage things or getting the setup.
Yeah.
So yeah, a setup action either gives +1 die or plus effect to the action it is setting up.
Okay, so
And how do I roll? Do I have to roll for that, or do I just?
Yeah, so it's a setup action, so you have to do an action roll. So what of your skills are you using to basically convince them of this?
This, I guess, probably. Either sway or command, I guess, because I'm like, you know, just.
I think sway
know-
is risky limited, command's probably risky standard, and then Minerva you can do you can spend 1 stress to assist, or we could do a group action. Group action is basically chance of no stress instead of the guaranteed 1 stress that you get from doing an assist.
Wait.
I can.
Sorry.
No, what were you saying?
I was just double checking the difference between standard and limited. That's like effect, right?
Correct. Yeah. So if it's limited effect, you would get less effect. Maybe needs another roll. Standard effect is you take and do what you're trying to achieve. Great effect is you do more than what you're trying to do. And then mechanically, how that translates is 1, 2, or 3 segments on a clock. But this would not. There's no relevant clock for this situation.
I have better dots in sway, but I think this is command because I like, as much as I'm trying to be like nice about it, I'm like, no, you really cannot be doing this. So I think this is command.
Yeah. So then we could do a group action command, or Minerva could just spend 1 stress to give you an extra die.
I can spend the stress.
Okay. So then that
Risky
is
standard +1 die modifier.
okay. Risky standard.
4. All right. A success with consequences. Let's see.
And because I have no points in command, I get an XP, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna mark my XP now, and I'll resolve it afterwards.
So once you
So
fill
I
up
don't
any of those
forget.
tracks, you just get an extra dot in something, so long as it does not bring it above 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my last point and resolve, but that won't affect this score because normally you do that at the end.
No, if you max the thing out, you can get points now. It won't affect your current
Oh,
roll.
I can
but
get
if you
the points
decide-
now?
Yeah, if you decide if you know which one you're putting it in, you can put it in there now.
I want it in consort.
All right. So let's see. Complication. Okay. So I think we're gonna do desperate position. So he takes and looks at your documents, looks at the fact that you guys have like the Ministry of Transportation stamped all over it, or the Ministry of Stability rather, and he's like, "Huh, wasn't supposed to be no maintenance today. I'm gonna call my buddy who works at the Ministry and just make sure everything is on the up and up." And while you guys ponder what you're gonna do in response to that, Elgin,
Yes.
swimming. What are we doing? We're just swimming
so I
out there.
grabbed one of the goons. Yeah, I grabbed one of the goons. And obviously this guy's in a car, so I gotta break him out of it somehow. So I luckily earlier today when I got my call from Brief this morning, he said something about I needed some leverage for something. And that's coming up a few times a day, but I packed a crowbar just in case.
A crowbar. I think that is an item. If you want the whole set, I think it's demolition tools, or you could do a flashback. And I think that would be a 1 stress flashback, because it's pretty simple. So basically, your choice is between stress or load that you want to pay.
I'll pay a stress. Have my crowbar. I undo the briefcase. Take out the crowbar. Take off my jacket. I take off my shoes, socks. I get my pants off. I can't have all that stuff.
Yeah, of
wet.
course.
And I have one of the goons. I bring one of the goons with me. I'm like, okay, I need you to sit here, and I'm gonna go try and swim out there and get that guy. He's good people, and here, you swim out halfway. I'm gonna need some help on the way back up because this car is sinking. We need to do this now, and I go.
Well, you got it. Whatever. All right. So what's your action ratings when
swim.
you're used to swim out there and do this?
Finesse.
Prowl is for climbing, swimming, running, jumping, and tumbling, ambushing with close
shit.
violence. So I'd say finesse, like I
Prowl.
could see finesse being risky limited, because maybe some of the skills of finesse could also help with getting over there and trying to knock that open. Probably not as good as just being good at prowling though. Probably risky standard.
Yeah, I'll roll prowl.
All right, you get 1 XP for a 0 dot roll, and then you can push
Yeah.
yourself, or you can let fate take you where it wants with 0d6.
Do I have to push myself beforehand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the 2 stress. And I'll roll
With a +1
With-
modifier, risky standard.
+1 risky standard.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay. Has Chip ever
Nah, I'm not a
swam
swimmer.
before?
Yeah, he has. It's probably been 15 years.
Okay. It just takes you a long time. 2 segments of the clock worth to get halfway.
God, fuck, dude.
Oh no.
As
the
you
goon
see
just
the-
kept pace with me.
Yeah,
this
the
whole
goon
time,
the goon
like,
is looking at you,
super
and he's not really making any kind of implication about how he feels about this one way or the other. He's just kind of doing like a real basic kind of like doggy paddle. Very little energy expended on his part. Chip, it's a lot of effort to get to this midway point.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I hate to change plans on the fly, pal. But do you think you could try and get down there and save him? He's good people.
Okay, let's see. This is a goon
I mean,
from
good with your boss.
This is a goon from
Okay.
Strength Metro Financial. So his tier is. Let's see, what tier are they? They're tier 4. So he gets 4d6 to do this on his own.
Holy shit! Why didn't I just have him do it? What the fuck?
So he looks at you and he's like, yeah,
Put in a
sure.
good word with your boss.
I mean,
Okay.
I thought I'll be honest. I thought you were gonna ask me to help you. I mean, no offense, but you clearly aren't cut off. You don't do this kind of work often.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you just wanted to be like a hero or something.
No, I just didn't know you were that capable. I'm really proud of you. Go back to I'm gonna go back to shore.
I think his name is Biggs and his buddy is Wedge as a Final Fantasy reference.
It's also Star Wars.
Which is also it's a Star Wars reference with
Okay.
the Final Fantasy reference.
Yeah. So I think let's see. What does a limited or partial effect do here? So I think what that does is the drowning is gone. But they make it so you go back. Do you like out of breath stay there in the middle, or do you go back to shore?
Oh, I go back to shore.
Okay, they make it to the middle before the guy starts freaking out, and he's making it very difficult to get him back to shore. The goon is like trying to grab him to get a hold on him, but he's like, it's like trying to grab someone who's like squirming and freaking out and like doesn't want to be held.
Right.
Doesn't realize that the only thing keeping them up right now is the fact that this guy's got him held. So what do you think of what you want to do with that? We'll come back to you two. Yeah, so he's about to try to ring up his buddy at the Ministry of Stability to make sure this is a real thing. Basically, there's something about you guys that has put him basically off kilter about this whole blockade thing. So what are you two doing?
Oh God, I have no idea. So Minerva, you first.
Oh, wait, how is he contacting his buddy? Radio?
Yeah, it's like a radio. Like you guys have your little walkie-talkies. He's got like a trucker radio type of situation.
Breaker.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Put me on this. Okay. I'm also having issues thinking. Sorry.
My one thought, I don't know how all this all works, but like are the radio signals and like the ghost field like related at all?
So they are, I believe the book describes them as RF radios, which I believe does stand for resonance field. So the exact specifics of how it goes are probably alien to most people, but it does involve the resonance field in some capacity.
Okay, could I try to have Lauren like in between them having this conversation of like, oh,
Lauren
I need to
is
call this guy.
still dead. You have not.
Oh, right.
You have
Fuck.
not done anything to make Lauren feel better. She's
No,
hanging out in the ghost
right.
field, uncontactable.
Hell yeah. That's right. Okay, so Lauren, I was gonna have Lauren like redirect the signal into Narnia, but I guess I can't do that.
You could have yourself do it. I mean, that's
I-
still something you could. Do you have any like, even if you don't have any items that could affect it, you could do it. It might be risky, limited, but you can still try.
Yeah, I guess in that case, I guess I'll do it. And I'm just trying to like redirect the radio signal just like anywhere else.
Yeah,
It doesn't
'cause, like
need
as
to
a
connect to
paranormalist, you're pretty closely
anything.
connected to the resonance field. You just have items
Yeah.
that make that connection stronger, which leads
Okay.
to more effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
risky, limited, attuned probably, unless you
yeah,
can finagle some other skill. But I would not
risky.
think so.
Yeah, no, I can't think. Risky, limited. Attune.
Let's see, Devil's Bargain. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wait. Can I
was-
take that
Uh,
Devil's Bargain anyway?
Yeah, I guess since you're still new-ish, I'll have this is one of you haven't had a mulligan, I don't think yet, so we'll delete that one. So Devil's
Okay.
Bargain. It's not going to go into Narnia if you do manage to redirect it, right?
Okay.
It's you're gonna connect him with someone, regardless of whether
Okay.
you succeed or fail. Who that someone
Okay.
is depends on how successful the roll is.
Okay. Um. Good enough. Sure.
Okay, so risky limited attune +1 modifier.
Okay. Risky limited +1. Okay.
Okay, cool. So you take and you redirect the signal, right? And when he takes, and he you hear this like him connect, like he sends his message out, and it's quiet for a minute. And then which faction is this? This is connected right to the Ministry of Stability head, actually, unfortunately for you.
Oh, instead of like his regular boss, it's like the CEO or whatever.
Yeah, so this is, let's see, where is my Ministry of Stability?
So basically, we're connected to.
No. That's probably really bad.
You take and he sends the message. He's like, hey, Charleston, you there, bud? And the voice that comes back that says, no, this is Lady Bowmore, executive. How did you get this frequency? Lady Bowmore is the executive officer in Duskwall for the Ministry of Stability.
Oh.
How did you get this frequency? And then he's like, I was trying to call my buddy Charleston, who's like a pencil pusher with you guys. I didn't mean to get you, but I guess it's good that I got you on the line. And before he says anything else, we're gonna cut back to Swim Boy.
Swim Boy.
Yeah. So the guy is I think probably we're gonna tick up 2 ticks. So if he manages to squirm out of this guy's grip, he's probably gonna drown. What are you doing?
Fuck. Fucking shit, dude. I should have just stayed over there. Oh, I would have drowned. I got money. Come here, boy. No.
You like green?
Shit, man. You like green? Is money green here? That's boring.
I don't know what color it is.
Ectoplasmic blue.
It probably is some kind of blue, yeah, because of the blue array.
Look, man.
Putting it into a
I'm just gonna fucking go back out there and swim again. I'm gonna
Should we
side
swim
turn
again?
around and go. I'm getting the hang of it. I gotta go get him. I gotta go help.
Okay.
I'm a dumbass. I heard 4 dice and thought this guy could handle it.
Well, I mean, he could handle the swimming part just fine. It's the crazy lunatic that's now trying to drown himself unknowingly. That's the problem.
Is there an item that's like a life preserver? Like
I don't
I don't think so.
like a
Could we make one?
I think there is the ability to, as a flashback, jury rig things.
Okay. How about this?
Yeah.
How about this? Okay, what do I pack in the briefcase to make it super buoyant?
Jury rigging. If you're in a hurry, you can jury rig an invention with 1 roll, no clock needed, make a tinker roll, and the result indicates the quality of the invention relative to the crew's tier. A jury rigged gadget lasts 1 score. So if you want to jury rig some kind of flotation device, you can flash back to having prepared that because you're on a bridge.
I have a really
definitely gonna do
stupid
that.
idea if you need an idea.
What do you got? Lay it on me.
Okay, so I
might
think
not use it, but
okay, well, I think Ezra is a little bit stupid, but also not completely stupid. And they're like, well, I'm like a magician, but I can't be so obvious. So I think I would, I'd want to pack animal balloons, but like I can't have them like on me, like that's just too obvious. So like you should put them in your brief. You should put them in your briefcase instead.
Pre-blown up edible balloons that haven't been animal yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're
They are
just like
animals. They're snakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a my signature design.
Okay. Are you a clown?
Yeah, maybe. Nobody really
So-
knows.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
So, Pancake, if you want to do that, you can do the flashback. It costs 1 rep or 1 coin, and you'll make a tinker roll. If you get a 1, 2, or 3, you get a tier 0 balloon. You get a 4, 5,
Oh.
you get a tier 0 balloon. You get a 6, you get a tier 1 balloon. You get a crit, you get a tier 2 balloon.
So what is
Wait.
a tier 0 gonna do?
It'd be
It's
just
most
as
likely
effective as
not.
Prowl.
Okay, wait. So I pay a stack for that as an option?
A stack or 1 crew rep.
Okay. I'll do a stack because I have a stack. And then
And this gives you a chance of rolling Prowl without needing to pay stress, like having a good Prowl roll, because you'd roll the floaty instead.
wait, I thought you said Tinker?
So I'm saying for Elgin's sake, because you're giving him the balloons. Instead of him rolling Prowl, which he has 0 dice in, there's a chance that you could give him a +1 balloon, which he would then roll that instead of his Prowl.
Okay.
So it's basically you can pay a coin or a rep to have a chance of not rolling 0 dice, or he could pay 2 stress and just push himself.
Okay, so do I just roll fortune?
You roll Tinker.
Okay.
I barely know her.
Tinker.
And it's just risky standard.
Risky standard.
Because the numerical, the only one
Please.
numerical result. So yeah, you get a tier 0 balloon, sadly. So
Oh,
he
fine.
has balloon animals that are just as effective as swimming. They are not very
I
floating.
open up the briefcase and they all go flying away.
Yeah, like a can of peanut brittle.
Yeah, I
How
didn't
the,
tie
what the
them
fuck
very
did these
good.
get in here? What?
Yeah, I ran out of. I can't put everything in my pockets. I only have so many pockets.
Who the fuck did these balloons even come from? I don't know anybody who's a clown.
Yeah.
So sometime.
I just look wistfully back as I'm talking to this guy, like on
As
the
a bunch of
table.
balloon
I'm
animals
just,
start
like,
floating
looking
out.
over, like there's a sad look on my face as all my balloons fly away.
Oh no.
All right, so back to swimming.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
something
I'll
else.
prowl.
All
I'll
right.
prowl and take 2 stress.
And
I-
+1 XP.
I'll take it. I'll do it again. Fuck. So risky 1.
Yep, risky standard.
God, I'm about to
Oh my
lose somebody.
God.
tonight.
Ah. This is so bad.
Oh my fuck!
Oh, okay. Yeah. So unless you want to resist it, unfortunately, as you take and you get ready to dive into the water, the guy will squirm free before you're like. So you're gonna dive under the water and you're gonna come up, and the goon's gonna just look at you with like a shaking his head, like he's gone.
What? How do I resist this? What's the consequences
So
of that?
so you'll take 6 stress minus the highest die result rolled. The number of dice you roll depends on which of these 3 it falls into. Probably prowess, because I think this is a case of trying to get over there before he squirms, basically exerting your physical limits.
Yeah.
And so in that case, you roll
It's
1d6 and
going
take stress equal to 6 minus the highest result. And if you max out your stress, your character's out for the score.
Oh god. I think.
As well as
No, I gotta
one
go
of your
for it.
deadlocks turn into a. There's one of your keys turn into a deadlock as well.
How do I get more keys?
Just whenever you want. You can have a
Okay,
maximum of
so-
4, and you can fill in the more as you play your character and kind of figure out who they are.
Okay, so I gotta go for this. This Chip isn't just gonna let this go.
Okay, so you're gonna click on the word
Not
prowess,
at all.
and you're gonna take stress equal to 6 minus the highest result. So you got
I just click and roll.
yep, yeah, kind of bad odds to not stress out, but you might get lucky.
Oh,
You gotta get a
Oh.
you gotta get a 5 or a 6.
I gotta get a 5 or 6. Kat, just to fill you in, my character is about to die.
Well, no, your character's about
In
someone
this
else is
session.
someone else is gonna die, and then you're going to just have a traumatic response to that death, and then just abandon the score and come back a changed man.
Yeah. Chip is about to change. He's about to become cracked.
Unless he's really suddenly like
think it's
adrenaline
really
really
lucky.
good at swimming.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
Hot damn.
Oh my God, we did it! Woo!
So yeah, you take and suffer one
Chick gets
stress.
to stay whimsical. Let's go.
And how, when Chip feels his muscles start to give out, how does he push past? What motivates him to save this guy?
He's just thinking about like this guy in this moment. He's thinking about how he has to save his brother. He has to find his brother and he has to save him. So he's thinking about like this guy. This could be a situation he finds himself in later. And if he can't do this, how can he save Brief?
Hell yeah. All right. So yeah, with that in your mind, you take and the guy slips out of the goon's grasp and starts to just immediately sink like a rock. But you grab him, pull him to the surface, and you and the goon manage to pull the guy to shore.
Oh God!
Yeah, he's coughing. He's sputtering. The goon perfectly fine. The two of you sputtering, coughing up water, and the guy's like, "Oh my, thanks, man," and then he passes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap the goon on the chest and say, "How can I get you a raise?" I'm gonna doze a little bit too.
All right. So yeah, phone call. Yeah, so he's about to probably start telling Lady Bowmore, the director of the Ministry of Stability, what's going on here. What are you two doing about that?
So I take one stress, right?
One stress, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Remember,
all I've
there's
got
one
is
person in this cab, and there's one car that's behind them that's probably an escort, with an unknown number of people in it. The windows are tinted,
oh god, I
but
have
it looks like
no
it's at least a
idea.
4-seater autopod.
Me talking to people has not gone well.
Uh,
Uh,
do you want it to be my turn?
I think so.
And remember, not killing people is an optional objective. If you do kill people, you don't fail the job. You do get +2 heat and -2 money. But if that's, killing is always an option still. It's not a good
Yeah,
option, but it is an option.
I would like to try to avoid the killing until
Me too.
the last moment, though. Good luck, Minerva.
So he's talking to Lady Bowmore. We're all.
You guys are on. I'm assuming that you guys are both probably standing on the driver's side.
Yeah.
Because one of you presented documents, one of you was talking. So he's on the little walkie-talkie radio thing with Lady Bowmore, director of the Ministry of Stability, and about to tell her what's going on here, and almost certainly get whatever meager cover you guys have blown. And I also imagine that getting Lady Bowmore involved with this little impersonation thing you guys are doing is certainly going to have consequences when we get to the heat phase.
This is the worst thing to ever happen. Let's see. Maybe doing a distraction could work.
Or could one of us just try to accidentally oh no, your radio, it broke.
The radio inside of the cabin that you both are outside
Oh
of.
god, yeah, no.
The other idea we could do is we throw him out of the vehicle and then take it for ourselves. That's last minute.
I do think out of minutes that are left on the clock for this job, you are approaching the last ones. Because I mean, if he finishes his conversation with Lady Bowmore, things go sideways real fast, diagonally.
Yeah. One idea I have is stealthily popping one of the front tires.
But I mean, if he tells the company, then I mean it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of stressed.
Do you have any I don't know how the operative works, do you have any like spy gadgets that would help us?
So I have operative.
Also, you haven't used the find disguise on this job yet. The disguises you guys have are just kind of generic. So if whatever you want to do needs 2 load up points, you can always take the find disguise away because you've not used it yet, so it's not actively technically on your person.
Yeah. I don't have any special gadgets, and my fucking ability is to shush our cat out. So
As in like go invisible or whatever?
Yeah, go invisible.
Yeah,
and appear somewhere else.
yeah.
I mean,
That I can do that and then like appear in his passenger seat.
I was gonna say, could you do that and then like punch him in the
Break
face?
break the radio.
Yeah, or something. Cause like we can knock him out. We just don't want to kill him ideally.
Yeah, okay. I might
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right,
Yeah.
so it costs
Well,
2 stress for you to do that, and then that sets you up in a good fictional position to do what you want to do next. So you pay 2 stress, you go invisible. What do you do now?
So we can either knock him out or we can yeah, we can either knock him out or we can smash the radio, and I'm not sure. I think I should smash the radio and then you knock him out. Does that sound like a good?
Yeah.
Since you're on the other side, and if he tries to like scramble, right? Because we have him surrounded inside of a truck cabin. So yeah, I'll smash the radio.
Okay, so which of your action ratings are you going to use to do that?
I had tinkering tools a second ago.
Tinker's probably
I had tools specifically.
okay. So let's see. I think Tinker's desperate limited. Tinkering typically is something that you do when you have time
Yeah.
or something. And time is not exactly on your side, so it's probably desperate limited. I think
Maybe-
Wreck is risky standard because Wreck is typically the skill that's for just breaking stuff in a pinch.
Yeah, okay, I can wreck. And if this fails, we need you to punch him.
And it looks like you have 0 in Wreck, so make sure to give yourself 1 XP point somewhere. And this is not desperate. This is risky standard, so no XP for that one. But you do get an XP point for rolling a 0 dot roll.
Wait.
Alrighty. Partial success. Suffer harm. A complication occurs. Reduced effect. Desperate position. I think harm makes sense here. I think as you wreck the radio, it kind of just shocks you. So you're gonna take a 2/2 harm of fried.
Just go wrong number and smash it.
Hell yeah. So you take a smash the radio before, as he's getting ready to talk to Lady Bowmore, as you reappear in the passenger seat next to him, and he takes and he turns to you and reaches down under his little under the steering wheel for something that you cannot see. Pancake. What's your character doing?
So I'm realizing I'm not very, physical. Instead, could I try to convince the ghosts to basically give him a ghost migraine and he passes out?
Let's see. He's reaching for something. I think that's probably desperate. Great.
Oh,
Because I think that if you succeed, a ghost migraine with the concentrated ghost energy and the tanker combined with the fact that we're in the ghost ending hour, probably pretty effective. But it also is not exactly the timeliest thing in the world. So one of you is probably going to suffer pretty badly should this
Ghost
fail.
migraine is the funniest sentence I've ever heard.
I think just because it's so funny, I want to do it anyway, even though it's like not.
Okay. And you're
most
using
whatever.
Ghost
Attune,
migraine.
I assume.
Ghost migraine.
Yeah, so attune and then
Desperate
what did
Break.
you? Desperate.
So the consequences are the
Great.
worst they could possibly be if you roll consequences. But if you
And
succeed,
then
you
I
have the most
have
effect.
I have medium, so this feels like I'm talking to the ghosts to like send them into his brain or whatever. So what could I have a +1?
Yeah. Take +1.
Okay.
And then you're already at maximum potency.
Okay. You're
How do you
God.
add XP?
Any of the little dots, the little checkmark icons on your abilities tab, or to the right of Insight Prowess Resolve, those little like
Okay,
bookmark
and
icons.
this is a desperate great +1 dice action with attune.
All right, thank God that third dice really saved you. So yeah, you take and he goes to pull something out from under his little driving wheel area, and it is a pistol. Looks like it's a stub-nosed revolver that would do some serious damage. But luckily, as he gets ready to kind of like pull himself back into his seat and aim it at one of you, his eyes kind of roll in the back of his head and he falls unconscious.
For you to climb in.
Oh yeah. So yeah. I think I'm just gonna kind of take his spot and sort of shove him somewhere.
Between
Um,
us.
Yeah, so that if anybody like comes to like look in the window or something, there's not like a passed out guy, because
And also that the convoy behind you doesn't see that there's an unconscious guy on the road now all of a sudden. That is their driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I think so. Ezra's driving.
Yeah.
I think now the only thing that's really left. You need to sabotage the fuel somehow. How are we doing that?
Is there maybe a button that we could like? I have. Is there maybe a button to like undo the hitch and we could let the tanker fall into the river or something? The tank.
I was hoping that we could do something to like spike it and be a little more subtle, but
Commune with the ghosts of the dinosaurs of the past and the fuel. Do a tarot on the tanker.
Wow, that really did.
I think that so at this point, the convoy behind is going to start to get kind of maybe antsy. So this tanker needs to get moving one way or another. Something needs to
Okay.
happen here. The guys behind you start honking, which if something doesn't start happening, the goons that are protecting this convoy are going to come out and start seeing what's going on.
yeah, I mean the other option too is like we have the second there's the second bridge, so like if we just need to relocate and then fuck it up, like that's also an option, I guess. Potentially. Or wherever we need to go.
Someone needs to make a decision soon, because like I
Yeah.
said, the goons
I-
behind are still honking their horn. So
Yeah,
whoever's in that car is going to probably step out and see what the holdup is here soon.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that we need. There's a lot of like side alleys in Fogcrest and Watershed that we could probably
If
lose
this
them
thing
to.
deviates from its route, the guys behind are probably also going to get antsy. So it's going to take some driving of finesse of some sort to lose them.
Okay.
I have 2 finesse.
I have 1 finesse, but I'm already. Well, you're in the passenger seat right now, right?
Yeah. So you guys could do a group action, or Emma could spend stress to basically give you driving tips on how to try to lose these guys.
Or I mean, we could also just switch spots, and I could like,
Yeah, if you want to do that, if you want to do a group action where you're the leader, or if you want to pay stress, you can also do that. Or if neither, or if you just want to have narrative help, while the only person rolling is Emma, you can do that as well.
I'm fine help. I think it would make sense if I helped, so I think we would like switch
All right,
spots,
cool. So
and
you guys
I'll
swim
like
around in the seat and
see what they're doing,
risky standard, Minerva. Risky standard
All right.
finesse.
and
to
then
try
I
to lose
take
these
1
guys.
stress or 2 stress for helping.
1 stress for an assist. So you would get one more, roll 1 more d6 to see if you get a crit.
Okay.
All right, no crit. So yeah, you take and you do it. You guys take and manage to lose them. Losing the escort is a little bit of a strange thing to do. So the guys are... The convoy behind is probably going to radio in to the autodrome that the convoy is doing something strange, but I don't think it's really going to be investigated. And I think that probably takes the sabotage clock and makes it irrelevant, because I think you guys now have all the time you need to do your sabotage, and I think the score's probably done. As you guys take and either drop this thing off somewhere it can be easily found, or you take and drive it back there yourself. I don't think either way really matters for the narrative. But yeah. That's a job complete, I think.
I mean, who's gonna believe the driver that it's a pretty crazy claim for the driver to say we were at a stop when a woman materialized in my passenger seat. And then I passed out. Like, no one's gonna believe that. So we really could just leave him.
That is a pretty crazy claim. Alrighty.
Right? It would be like a UFO abduction story.
Yeah, it's like
Right. So... Aftermath. You guys get 1 rep. You guys would have gotten a bunch more rep if you had space for rep, but you only have 1, so plus 1 rep.
I would like to think that you guys just left me on the banks of that river.
I think that's what happened as well. They were just like, well, Chip did his thing. We've done our thing. Mission accomplished. All right.
You guys stayed and watched the races not happen.
Yeah, it's just Chip just hung out, just they took a nap for like an hour or 2 on the bank with the goon and the other guy, and then at some point the goon's like, "Hey, I was only paid for a couple hours, so I'm done. I felt like it'd be unbecoming of me to kind of just leave you here sleeping unprotected, but I am off the clock now, so have a good day, I guess."
Hey, thank you, Wedge. Biggs, whichever one you are.
I'm not here with you guys. I'm here with the. This is on the riverbank.
I was saying out of character.
But yeah.
Bye, Wedge.
See you. Have good luck with whatever it is that you're doing. The less I know, the better. You know how it is. And he takes and strolls off. And then let's see. Payout. So you guys get 11 stacks. Are you gonna give 1 to your ward boss, the Golden Hand, as part of the tithe you have to pay for every score?
Could we maybe put the spare, since we each could divide it by 3, could we maybe put the spare one in like the group coffers?
yeah, I think that makes sense. So
you would
like
each
pay
get
1
3,
to the
and then
pay
pay
1
1
to the
and then 2 in the bank.
Yeah.
'Cause you have a
wait,
total of 11.
11 minus 1. Isn't that 1 in the bank?
How am I?
bank.
Yeah, that's 1 in the bank, and then
And then we pay our ward boss.
Okay.
Yeah. How am I doing the 25% on 3?
So it's not all of your money. It is specifically for your phones. So anytime that you take and do any profits related to your phones is where you owe him, not all of your income.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of your income would be nuts.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was giving.
he
up,
doesn't
but
know
okay,
you
it's
did
just
this
really-
job. Well,
yeah.
he knows you did this job, but
Yeah, once you because you've signed up with SMF to do a lot of phone related shenanigans. So I mean, if you were to start making profits from your phone and not fork over cash, he would probably find out in one way or another. But other stuff, I mean, he doesn't. You know, he doesn't have he doesn't have you bugged or anything. He doesn't know everything that you do. And you guys again only made a deal for phone-related profits, and this was not a phone-related profit. So heat. 0 heat, smooth and quiet, low exposure. 2 heat, contained, standard exposure. 4 heat, loud and chaotic, high exposure. 6 heat, wild, devastating exposure. I don't think this was 6. I don't think this was 0. I'm thinking this is probably 2 at a baseline. What are y'all's thoughts? Contained, standard
I
exposure.
think so. Because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they almost called people.
Yeah, I'm sure that
And the
the
one
line
guy
suddenly
almost
going dead
drowned.
is the line suddenly going dead is not at all suspicious, and the Ministry of Stability will certainly not look into that at all.
Right, but like all
course not.
things considered, it was pretty chill, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it kind of going downhill and then immediately picking up was wild.
So, add extra heat for a high profile or well connected target. So yeah, +1 heat since this is a tier 4 faction, but you guys didn't really reveal yourselves all that much. So that's 3. +1 heat if it happened on hostile turf, it did not. +1 heat if you're at war, you are not. +2 heat if killing was involved, it did not. +1 heat if explosives, +1 heat if military grade, none of those, but then the +2 heat from the frame job, which just has, you know, both spy agencies kind of looking into you guys pretty heavy. So there's a total of 5 heat for this job.
We did good.
Compared to the last one, which was 10. Yeah, this you guys did good.
Yeah.
All right. So, harm complications. For every instance of harm that you have, roll a d6. So do a fortune
have
roll
one.
with a number of d6 equal to the harms you have.
I have 1 harm
3.
because I. Could you just do a standard?
On the left side of your screen, simple dice roller, roll some dice. And then do a
What,
fortune
what
Oh.
am I
roll.
doing? I was not paying attention.
How much harm do you have?
Four.
How much harm?
Yep.
I don't have any harm.
3.
Then you don't worry about this. And
So
what's
I
your
have
highest
2.
level of harm, Minerva?
1.
No complications.
So I have
I'm just cold.
so 2 tier 2s and 1 tier 1, so that's 3.
Yep.
3D.
441. So the highest result here is 4. And your highest is tier 2. Self-medication. You have to indulge your vice, and you get a -1 to the first time you do it. Alrighty. So that's your harm complications. Now we unwind. Who has anyone here done an unwind scene yet?
Yeah. Wait. For
Like you pick,
de-stressing,
like
right?
you've no unwind is one of you picks how the crew unwinds after the score.
Pancake did last time.
Okay, so 50-50 between you and Minerva.
Where'd Pancake go? Oh, this Pancake.
Did you? Oh, there's 2 pancakes. Oh,
Wrong Pancake.
one pancake maybe. What happened? There we go.
Hello? My
Hello.
internet freaked out for a second. Hello, am I
Alright.
back?
Yes.
Yep, you're there.
Roll.
So how do I roll for my vice? Do I just click?
We'll do that in a moment, but using the simple dice roller is the way that gives you all the information whether you overindulge or not. Slash
Oh, I
roll,
see.
1d2. Elgin's 1, Minerva's 2. All right, Minerva, how do we unwind this session? Here is the table. Also, all of you clear 1 stress, and all of you clear your level 1 harms because your crew has the base upgrade for a place to live and unwind at. So, Minerva, how do you guys unwind? What are we doing this time? You can pick from that list, or you can make up one of your own
Where is the
in
list?
Discord,
Oh, that.
in the chat for this VC.
Let's see. We started at the theater, but why don't we go? Why don't we go to the fairground?
Okay. Okay. Do you want to go to like a real fairground, or do you want to go to the spooky, abandoned, haunted one, the Sparker Grounds over in Silk Shore?
It just says visit the fairground.
I know what it says. I'm asking you a question. Pick which one you want to do. You can go to a real fairground, or you can go to the spooky one.
Yeah, let's go to a real one.
Okay. Yeah. So, let's see. Fair music. I do have a lot of that. We'll pick an old classic. So yeah, go to the fairground. It's got a Ferris wheel. It's got little roller coasters. It's got midway games. It's got the mascot for this one is a red and gold Renaissance style jester, Venetian jester. What are we doing?
I go to the shooting gallery and shoot some targets.
Yeah. So despite it being super rigged, how do you win anyway?
I'm a trained like assassin. Even though the shooting gallery is rigged, I use gunplay training, like like John Woo style gun fu, and like shoot 3 targets at once or something.
Hell yeah, it's cool as hell. After you do win doing whatever cool thing is, the Carney does ban you from his thing. He points to a sign that says no super spies, secret agents, or otherwise extraordinarily competent individuals allowed. But he does give you your one prize. Pancake, what's your character doing?
Awesome.
I think I'm looking for any games that are random chance, except I'm just trying to see the future so that I just know the answer before they even play the game.
Okay. I think you find a classic 3-card Monty setup, right? Where he's got 3 cards. Two of them are like aces, and then there is a joker that has the mascot's face with like a comedy mask on, and you have to take and guess which card is which after he shuffles them around. Guess which one the joker is. And in your vision, you take and see as he's moving it around that actually the cards are enchanted somehow, and they can change faces. So it's just if you couldn't see the future, it would be literally impossible to win because it changes kind of as you point at it. But somehow, with your vision of the future, you're able to kind of outsmart the fact that they can change faces and pick the right one anyway.
Yay!
And he looks dumbfounded and hands you a prize, and then he's like, I bathroom break, folks, sorry, as he takes and scoops up and goes to like the little Carney, basically employee area to maybe figure out if his cards are malfunctioning or something. What's Elgin? What's your character doing? Like doing you guys unwind at the carnival?
I think we play a game of telephone.
Oh my god.
I set up my own booth. It's very ramshack and put up in the moment, but whoever can correctly guess the word that I give after it going through 10 people gets a phone for free.
It's amazing. Oh, I have to know, what was the word and then what did it end up as? How close did they get?
Let's see. I'll
So
do
the
a
word is
1d6.
Machiavellian.
Machiavellian. We'll do a fortune roll of 1d6 to see if it goes around or not.
I wonder what
The word they got was macadamian.
Yep. Almost, but no cigar. After you take and you do like maybe 2 rounds of this, one of the real carnies shows up, and he's got like there's clowns that have squirt guns angrily pointed at you, and he's like,
oh my god.
Hey bub, what are you doing? Get out of here, scram! This is you can't just set up at a shop here. Get the fuck out.
Oh, the fun police are here to rain on my parade. Make a clown out of me, huh? Oh, I see how it is.
No, if I was here, if we were to make a clown out of you, we'd be recruiting you. Now get out of here. And he has a little security badge that says Sean Smith.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Not Sean Smith.
And yeah, that's how you guys unwind.
Sean Smith is a strong name. I'm gonna get out of here, buddy. You seem like the kind of guy who cracks those.
I sure do. Now get scrammed.
You seem like a reasonable guy. Here's my card.
Get that out of my face.
I have a religion if you want to hear.
Is it the Church of
I
the
have a
Ecstasy of the
religion.
Flesh?
It's a
And you guys
crazy
take and
cult.
skedaddle out with Chip being chased off, and the two of you ending your night at the carnival after some games, food, whatever. And that's your unwinding. Now downtime. What are we doing with our downtime? You get 2 actions for free. If you want or need more, it's 1 coin or 1 rep. What are we doing?
Yippee.
I am going to engage in my vice to de-stress.
Alrighty. What is your vice?
I've said it before, but she goes and watches opera, like high class.
I'm also, keep in mind, because I do record these, I may ask questions that, like, we all know, but an audience person dropping in this is
No.
their like first one, maybe.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry if that sounded rude.
So yeah, for your vice, you roll 1d6, and you currently have 5 stress. The simple dice roller on the screen, you can set it to indulge vice, set your stress level, and then the number of dice that you roll. Since your weakest stat is resolve with only 1 skill that has at least 1 dot in it, that's why you have 1d6.
Number of dice.
You clear 1 stress. As the show is not good. It's not. It's real bad tonight. They're like the leading lady, a voice that could break glass in the bad way.
Oh, they got the understudy.
Yeah. The leading lady had a strange migraine out of nowhere and has fallen into a coma that no one has been able to wake her up from yet.
Unfortunate.
All right. Do you want to indulge vice again, or do you want something else?
I don't know what else I should do.
This is the first time
I
ever
don't-
that the crew has heat to clear because you didn't immediately jump up to a whole wanted level from 1 job. So, well, you can ponder what else you want to do. Pancake, any idea for downtime?
Well, my first one has to be indulge vice, so
Yep.
I set it to 6. Number of dice? How do I set number of dice?
Your weakest stat is prowess. You only have 1 skill that has at least 1 dot under the prowess tree, so you roll 1d6.
And then I set 6 stress indulge vice. Okay.
Congrats, you clear 5 stress.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
All right. Any idea for your second action?
I want to hang out with Pritchard again. But
You're
this
gonna offer him
time we're
drugs
not.
again?
Not this time. No, he doesn't like drugs. He's lame. I think this time, we're gonna go like to a park, and we're just gonna gossip about whatever random people we see.
Okay. So like people watching, and you're being a little bitchy about it.
Yeah. So this feels like consort.
Yeah, I think
which
so.
I now have a point in. So that's exciting.
Who are you hanging out with?
Pritchard, this
Pritchard.
random old guy that they befriended when they tried to do stand up
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah,
so did
so
I just
go
roll consort like normal?
Yeah, and the position
To
of
see how it
and
goes.
effect doesn't matter. We're just looking for the numerical result.
Okay. Cool.
A 3. Okay. So, I think you take and you go through this, and he's like, you can tell that he's not really having a good time. You're gonna get 1 segment because it's a 1, 2, or 3. And if you once you get into it, he's like, look, I watch people all day at my job. I know you're really trying here, but I must say I hopefully you can find something that I don't do for my day job. Watching people is kind of a big thing that I do, and it's especially all hands on deck right now. So I'm
I
watching
mean, but
people
you-
way more often than I usually would.
But you don't do drugs for your work either, and I mean, you
So
was.
all you know what to do is watch people and do drugs. Is what you're saying?
I mean, I do little magic tricks. I mean, you want to see a magic trick?
And his watch takes and beeps at him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm all out of time for today, but a magic trick next time. That sounds lovely."
Except no, it doesn't, because I would love to use another.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, so then you use another downtime and convince him to stay and watch your little magic show before he has to jet off.
Yeah. Except Lauren is still in the shadow realm, so I think
is.
this isn't actual
I think
magic. This is
There's
like my
not. I
clown
don't
magic.
think there's anything for how cohorts heal. Let me double check the base blades rulebook to make sure. So I think that they might just. Okay, they heal during downtime. If circumstances are amenable for recovery, they remove 1 level or 2 levels if you spend a downtime helping them recuperate. So at the last downtime, Lauren went from destroyed to basically dead, because I don't think that you need to spend money to recover her. She's not a replaceable cohort.
Yeah.
So she went from basically lost in the resonance field to you could start to feel her again, and at the end of this downtime she will be injured, but you'll be able to call on her again.
Okay. So for this interaction, I would have to use my like street magic, not my
Yeah.
magic. Okay, so I think in that case, this would be like a finesse to do like a sleight of hand something.
Sounds cool to me.
Okay.
A 4, so that's 2 segments. So yeah, what magic trick do you do?
I think I think I'm doing like the sawing people in half thing. Except I'm sawing him in half. And
Oh.
there's like mirrors all around, so like he can see like all the different segments of things, but like it is him in the box, and I'm chopping him up and spinning him around.
But not chopping him up for real. So he
Right,
takes
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, that's an incredible disappearing act. You know what? You maybe have to teach that one to me at some point. That might come in handy." I was literally being chopped in pieces and I didn't feel it. And that's a total of 3 segments this downtime to befriending Pritchard.
Yeah. And for anyone at home, what Ezra did in between, it made a human-sized like silicone mold of him.
Oh,
Um,
that's not stalkery at all.
yeah.
How'd you even
So,
get that
like,
mold? You know what? Maybe that's left.
know.
Maybe that's left to the ether. That's best unanswered.
Yeah.
So that's your downtimes. Elgin, what are you doing?
Where are the downtimes at?
They are on one of these pages. Page 174 of the search box, 164 of the PDF. At a glance, they are indulge vice, long-term project, recover, reduce heat, acquire asset, or a training montage.
What is a training montage?
You get 1 XP per downtime you spend. You can put that XP wherever you want.
Oh. So, what? I was using Tinker for my long-term project, right?
Let's see, for your phone gadgets.
Should be
Yes.
the phone gadgets.
Yeah, if a Tinker
if
clock
I
has
rolled that-
half or less, then I think you can only use Tinker.
Okay. Well, I got
Or half or more.
no
rather.
dots in Tinker. Does that still count as an experience?
That's a good question. Does it count any roll, or is it only action rolls during this session? Let's find out. XP. keys, deadlocks, stacks, advancement. When you make a desperate action roll, I don't. Let's see if personal business counts, if this is an action roll. After a downtime activity roll. So those I don't think are actions.
Cool. Okay. So I will indulge my vice.
So for
I'll
you,
sit down and
1d6,
talk to-
prowess is your weakest.
1d6 prowess. Plus, nah, it's just a d6, right?
Yeah, it's just 1d6. And then you currently have, what is that, 8 stress? 7. 7
Yeah,
stress.
7. 1 dice roll. No! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't know why that rolled. So do you use the simple dice roller on the left? Or that works too?
2.
2. You clear 2 stress. So how does your conversation with Brief go? It's not as good as it could. Could be. Not as de-stressing as you'd like it to be.
Yeah, because I sit down at the end of the day and I go through my ritual. I leave the voicemail for Brief, but it's not as comforting as it usually is because he actually picked up today. I called him, and he picked up, and he spouted nonsense at me. I was happy in the moment, but I was distracted, and somebody ran off the bridge, and that was a lot of stress I had to fix. It was a stressful event. And if I was paying attention, I don't think that would have happened. I was working. As much of a farce as it was, I was working the bridge. That fella could have had all the misfortune stopped. And he's good people. He had one of my phones. So I really pour my grievances out to Brief. Like, why are you doing this to me when I'm trying to be such a good brother?
Yeah, that's a very sad voicemail to leave. And what's your
very
second downtime
charged.
action?
I will train. I think is what it was. Training montage.
So what do you do?
We'll cut to a workshop I have. We'll cut to the alleyway behind Horizon of me popping out of a trash can and running away with a bag of very premium parts. And then we cut to me, for some reason, welding. There's no reason why I'm welding, but I am. And then we cut to me at the doctor's getting burns on my hands fixed because I don't know how to weld.
Incredible.
And then we cut to the finished product after that, and it's just complete garbage.
Complete garbage.
Because I have no tinker skill, and I'm gonna get a XP.
For insight.
Yeah.
All right, Minerva, what do you want to do with your second downtime action?
So is that only? Can I spin that experience in abilities? Does
Yeah,
it
if you
have
want
to
to.
be for abilities? Okay.
It's
cool.
abilities,
So-
insight, prowess, or resolve. Just whenever you please.
One XP.
I will help reduce heat.
How are you doing that?
Let me check my skills. Would finesse be able to help? Yes.
How you doing it? That's what matters.
I like. Do we have like wanted posters or something?
Let's see. Wanted posters in the 60s are less likely. You guys are probably posted in newspapers. There might be some radio broadcasts that are like, the police bulletin that interrupts the regular stations, that mentions maybe people roughly matching your description, stuff like that.
Okay, because I was gonna say like, I would I was gonna use finesse to like take information and like burn it so there's less information about us out there, but I guess
I mean, you could finesse your way into maybe
like a
one of
you
those
know those
radio stations, or maybe like a newspaper box. You could break into a couple of them and take all the papers out that mention y'all. Just get less
Yeah,
information out
okay.
there.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. So then you roll 2d6, and we don't care about or roll finesse. We don't care about the position or effect. We just care about the number. 5. So that I believe is 3 heat. Cover, reduce heat. 2 heat. Yeah. So you take and manage to get a decent number of newspapers off the streets to basically just get less people talking about the professionals. And you reduce your heat down to 3 instead of 5. Does anyone want to spend any coins or crew reputation on extra downtimes?
You could do that?
Yes, 1 coin or 1 rep per extra downtime action.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, then I'll spend a coin on tinkering.
Alrighty, you tinker again. You take and we see a similar training montage, but he's slightly better at it, maybe.
I don't hurt myself this time. Do I roll to tinker on the thing?
You're doing your long-term project?
Yeah, I'm doing the actual
Oh,
project.
okay. Yeah, so roll your tinker.
It's billed as a montage, but it's not. Risky standard, just regular dice.
Just the number matters. Yeah, we don't care about the position or effect.
Number of dice, 1. Roll. Oh my goodness. Again.
All
God
right.
fucking damn it.
So you get
The
1
4,
segment.
I'm guessing.
Well, because your tinker is
the
0.
first one. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So you take and get another segment, 1 segment completed on your phone gadget, the first of many. Not quite there, but almost. You're like
Yeah, I'm learning.
one phase away from making whatever fun little gadget you want to make.
I don't even know what it is.
It's something simple.
Do you think? Did you spend coin or rep for that?
Coin.
So putting stuff in your bank, you take it out at a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 2 bank, you get 1 coin. So you would take it from your stacks first, because I saw you put 1 in your bank.
Oh, I didn't
you-
know there was a difference here.
Yeah. So stacks are stuff that's on your person, like your liquid cash. Bank is your
Okay.
non-liquid assets. If you want to put something in your bank, that's how your character basically gets a better lifestyle when they inevitably are forced to retire, if they don't die first.
Okay.
And also, if you have to do lifestyle rolls like bribes and stuff, that's how you make those better. And then, if you ever want to take stuff out of your bank, you take it out at a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 2 bank, you get 1 stack back.
Okay. So yeah, I'll spend 1 in the stack and have 1 in the bank.
And investing is a good idea. Some of you criminals aren't long for this world without, bad things go sometimes.
Actually, we only have 1 stack on me. I'll put both in the bank.
Alrighty.
I'm trying to start a business after all.
You are trying to start a business. Anyone else?
That's it.
I'll indulge Vice again. I'll go to another theater and see if that's any better.
All right, same deal. 1d6, clear stress equal to the result.
Wait,
1d6.
yeah. That. I don't know why it did that.
All right. You rolled a 6. You overindulge. You clear out your stress and choose one of the following consequences. Not that one. That's regular blades. I need to update that. For blades 68, the overindulge is on 175. You attract trouble, make a bad decision, go on a bender, brag about your exploits, brawl with people you shouldn't have, or your current hookup cuts you off. So basically, you would get banned from that theater for one reason or another.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah.
You want to get banned from that theater?
Yeah.
All right, what'd you do?
I was caught backstage. Yeah, I was caught backstage in front of the lead actress's dressing room.
Freak. You know, I think that the theater organizer, regardless of what explanation that you give to them, thinks that you're some kind of weird stalker fan and promptly boots you out. And yeah, so you're cut off from that theater. That is the which theater is that one going to be? What's your That's gonna be the. You went to a different theater than usual.
Yeah, because the main one.
Do you typically go to the high class theaters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume those are the ones in either White Crown or Brightstone. So maybe you go to one that's over in like Charter Hall or Six Towers. So I think that rather than tracking, I think that you'll have like one kind of major theater in each area. So you're cut off from the theater in Six Towers. So if you would get to a position where you piss all of them off, you'll have to maybe find something new for your vice.
Okay.
Yeah, no longer welcome in that fancy Six Towers theater. And
Okay.
it's the Singer Theater.
All right.
Very uncreative name.
I'll put that. Or very fitting name.
All right.
I'll put that in my notes.
Anyone else want to buy any extra downtimes?
Nope.
Nope. I already got an extra one, so
Alrighty. XP. So you get. Remember, you should try.
I
to
wrote all
track
of mine
your-
down.
Yep, good. Do that during the session, if you can, because it's impossible to determine if you made a 0 action roll, unless you made it actually 0 dice. You didn't get any bonuses, because Foundry will not tell you if it was a 0 dice with bonuses or not. So make sure you're trying to write those ones down during the session. Now that the session's over, we have the crew-specific ones, or not crew, character-specific ones. Operative. Did you address a challenge with stealth or subterfuge?
I'd say so.
At least
I'd
one
say
XP point then. And paranormalists. Did you address a challenge with knowledge or paranormal power?
Absolutely. My briefcase
Yes.
exploded.
It did.
Ghost Migraine
Yeah, Ghost
definitely
Migraine.
feels like yes.
So 1 XP for the both of y'all as well. And then personalities. Again, these are ones that we want to try to highlight in play if we think that we hit one of them, but because we're still sort of newish, we can also do it after the fact. Chip, do you feel like Chip was eccentric or open-minded this session?
Open-minded to taking this job, most likely. This is not something he would normally do. Eccentric? I believe so. I feel like Chip's was kind of always eccentric. Him being on the phone while somebody car crashes.
Yeah. So which one do you feel like you feel like was more prevalent?
Eccentric. I think Chip's a little more eccentric.
All right, so you have marked eccentric twice. You get 1 XP point, whatever you please.
Hey.
Minerva, do you feel like Emma was calculating, meticulous, or professional?
I'd say she was pretty meticulous in like trying to clean up loose ends, such as the radio thing and the punching out the guard. And we were meticulous in like not killing anyone, covering our tracks, and
Yeah,
such.
I think so. Yeah, so they mark that you were meticulous. You get 1 experience point for that. And
Right.
then Pancake, do you think that Ezra was flamboyant, eccentric, or spiritual?
The only thing I feel like I was a little like flamboyant when I did like the infinite handkerchief thing.
I
to
was just gonna say that.
Yeah, that feels
Clarin guy.
flamboyant.
I mean, looking longingly at the balloons is pretty.
Yeah, also looking longingly at the
spiritual.
balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that was iconic.
mark one of those, whichever one you feel was more kind of pushed or more prevalent, which one you feel was more important, and then write on your character
Uh,
sheet which one you marked.
Okay, I think I'm
Let's
gonna do
do that.
eccentric because I didn't get to make near as much of a show as I would have liked.
Okay.
Um,
All right, so that is y'all's XP. And I think for secondary scores, I think maybe the professionals. Do we get XP when we do a secondary score the normal way that the book has us outlined as secondary scores? Because it might be, the crew might get level up too fast if what you're doing, quote unquote, double. Let me see. If what rewards you get for secondary scores usually. Because I didn't think about that till the end of last session, that the crew's almost leveled up, and that none of y'all have. I think only one person now has gotten an actual improvement. Where are my secondary scores? Is it the planning meeting? Secondary score. Okay, well, those things can't do secondary scores, but what is a secondary score? Let's see. Pick one opportunity. Okay, so yeah, the secondary scores typically just give money. So yeah, I think we probably won't do crew XP for secondary scores. Alrighty. So yeah, then that's, I think, all done. Post-credit scene. What do we get? Ooh, okay. So, as you guys are taking and kind of relaxing from your jobs or doing your downtime, doing your training, there's an unmarked van that drives past the camera, and then the camera is then kind of following that van up until it is parked down the road from the Cuban consulate here in Duskwall, and that van just kind of sits outside of the Cuban consulate for a while, as some guy in a suit with an earpiece is in the driver's seat that you can barely see through the tinted windows. And then that is where the credits roll for real and everything fades to black.
Hell yeah.
oh yeah.
And now Stars and Wishes. Doo-doo-doo. This is in the Far Out Friday info chat if you're a visual person. At the end of the session, everyone gets some highlights, moments or techniques that they enjoyed. Can be really flexible, but often include a mixture of appreciation for the GM's prep work, key moments of roleplay from the other players, or ways the plot twisted, or memorable scenes and situations. What do we got?
I really appreciate your flexibility, Rain, with having three of us take on a hard job and allowing us to bubble fuck through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you guys paid your dues. You had almost all of you reach maximum stress that session, or got like 75% of the way there.
True.
One of you sacrificed 25% of your future earnings.
Don't remind me.
It was, you know,
What a weird Shark Tank episode.
Yeah,
Really.
because that's generally what it's all about, right? Is each score, the harder it is, the more resources you typically have to expend. Is usually how that breaks down. So for something that's nine stacks, pretty difficult. And a one or two more bad rolls, especially with that radio, things could have went real bad.
You also think about we did that as a quiet score.
Yeah.
Shit, I almost did die too.
Yeah.
Metaphysically. Nah, I almost had to
No,
eat
that
Well,
No.
and regular physically.
Nah.
yeah, that was a shot that went shockingly well. We were understaffed. We had to do it quiet, and we yeah, that was great. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Um, stars to stars to Elgin for the drowning noises, and also the fact that the like lackey could totally swim, and you're like, nah, that's great.
Yeah, I
The-
gotta get in there, you know.
Yeah,
thank you, Wedge, for your.
Wedge is so good.
yeah,
Really wedged himself into the story.
yeah.
Stars to Pancake for the clown scenes. I
You're
didn't know this
welcome.
about your character at
No,
all.
it's always that's why all of my escapes are like glitter. I just throw glitter at people and then
I
run
didn't
away.
pick up on it.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
why my opening scene was me picking my glitter and my stupid hat for the day. Um,
um,
yeah.
also stars to Minerva. I think you did a much better job handling improv this session, the last one. You've improved a lot.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I think my
Yeah.
stars. I think for Elgin, committing to saving some random dude, not just because we people die, we lose money, but also because like even in the face of overwhelming adversity to saving that guy, continuing to press on and spending so many resources on it. That's real dedication.
That's what Chip would do.
Yeah.
Chip is a real hero, man.
Except when he wants to
Why
be a
is he-
phone salesman.
Yeah, he's slimy.
That's the
slimy,
sleaze,
slimy
yeah.
phone salesman. Yeah.
Right. Wishes. Everyone gives some wishes with things they weren't too keen on or things they'd like to see more of. Requests for more of some things. Rules that didn't quite flow or sit right. Structural requests like more supernatural stuff, less supernatural stuff, more balloon animals, more goons with a personality, less water? Question mark.
I think my wish is more supernatural, like a supernatural focused job.
I really, 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 really enjoyed this score, so it's hard to have like a, a really big wish. Um, I just wish for our dice to be more behaved, honestly. Also, yes, more balloon animals. I need to replace those. Um, yeah, those were like reinforced, like industrial grade. Um, you don't. That's not just your party city balloon animal balloon.
This is an advanced balloon.
Yeah.
I hope we see. I hope we. Yeah, I hope we see more of the random goons. They're great. A lot of personality. I'm also I I'm also I wish the dice decided to cooperate, but it wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't have been as entertaining a story had everything gone right.
That is usually how it goes. Yeah, is the most common result is success with consequences. So most of the time, you'll succeed, and then the situation will get worse somehow, or it'll cost you extra to succeed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. Let's see. Wish. I think. I think that I still need more music. I found some ones that sort of fit, but I definitely need to expand my definition of like 60s quote unquote music. Because I don't have nearly as much standard 60s as I would like, and Humble has not put out any new music bundles lately. So I need to go through my music and expand my definition of what fits the setting, I think, a little bit. That's my biggest one. Alrighty. So yeah. I think that's
Real quick,
everything. What's up?
So I filled the abilities track. Do I just get another ability?
Yes.
So I picked Third Eye Opened, which means I'm always aware of resonance entities in the vicinity, and I can attune to the field to force an entity to appear and obey a command I give it.
Oh, hell yeah, that's cool.
Which is what I
Wow.
was going to do on the bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I could just do it.
Now I can summon any ghost I want.
They won't be ghosts. You'll see.
Now I can summon
Anyway,
any.
this was fun,
ghost.
guys.
It will be
It's time to
it will
go.
be the virus from Scooby Doo and the
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, the cyber chase. All right, goodbye.
I have work early, and I want to hang out with my wife.